Welcome back to, I'm going to say the wonderful Rimworld, but the game has decided to be unduly mean, and it is currently not being very wonderful. Yeah, we're back, and we find ourselves in a very precarious situation, certainly a far from ideal situation. We are currently being afflicted by the blood rain, this thing here. Essentially, this is along the lines of the toxic fallout event that happens in the base game, but basically we need to get everybody indoors pretty bloody quickly, otherwise they are susceptible to some berserker rage. Not good. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the animals. Now the normal pets, the Malleys and the German Shepherds and the cat, they're fine. This lot here, I don't know. I don't know how bad the affliction will be. Basically, so I've got the game paused because we're going to have to make a lot of orders very quickly, because we cannot mess around here. You can see where we have built roofs in the past because of the toxic fallout, and you can see where we are going to, build roofs again. It is very important here. So this will allow our colonists to... Ooh, my computer's very loud, I forgot. I was watching YouTube, and because I have the aircon on, I have the volume whacked up, and I'm a bit deaf. And yeah, turns out Streamlabs really loud in comparison. So yeah. Hello. Who was that? It was Firebird. Thank you very much for the resubscription for the 17th month. A big rollcast salute to you from Firebird. So hey Alex, hope all is good. It is indeed. Let's see what happens tonight. I'm worried. I'm more worried for my animals than I am for the people. I think the people are fine in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I am worried for my animals more than anything, really. Don't know if there's a roof down there, not sure. I mean, in there is all underground, so it doesn't matter. That'll be fine. Drake, thank you for the bits. Tonight, I'm thankful we have to deal with blood rain rather than the brown rain. I mean, if it didn't make people insane, I mean, the brown rain would not be nice, but if it didn't make people insane, I would take anything that's not insanity-inducing over what we have currently got. One problem we do have is I have got to... How far? I don't know how far the... that's... I guess we could maybe build... I'm going to say that the little jaunt from here to here that I'm going to enact isn't going to be enough to drive anyone insane. That is a risky gambit, but I'm going to say that'll work. Yeah, I'm going to just... I'm choosing to believe that it'll work, and I can't build a roof over a tree. Okay, I have to get rid of that. Oh, I've just got to make sure that there is roofing over just about everywhere that people are going to need to go. I mean, you can see when we did this last time where there was not... the base hadn't been expanded to before. I mean, it's okay. Like, none of this is a massive problem. Alright. We can make this work, I think. It's just a little bit horrible. And I'm going to have to be very careful with how I zone stuff. Like, zone stuff very specifically. I'm also going to choose to make that a little bit... easier for people to move around. Hopefully none of these roofs are going to collapse, but we will find out, I guess, in time. Might as well wall over there. Sorry, I deafened you. Not the most deafening, but yeah, did catch me out. Did catch me out on that. Naughty Mouse, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 8th month. A rollcast salute to you from chat. Thank you very much indeed for the continued support. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, I'm just having a check. So, what I'm going to do This area here, I'm going to leave. I'm going to abandon this area here, as we aren't going to need it. I'm essentially going to restrict my colonists to this half of the base. Now, food is a concern, but I think we have enough. I think I have enough stored goods that I can make the food for us to survive this. Is it ideal? Not at all. However, to try and keep everyone safe, that's what we're going to have to go and do. Now, I am a little bit worried about, like, the Thrumbos, for example, going berserk. I mean, are they likely to cause issues for us? Not really. You've seen the size of the kill box here, right? The kill box is pretty brutal. It is unlikely that they will get through. I wonder... Oh, I mean, I kind of want to build a roof over here so I could put people... Actually, to be fair, I don't really need to. If we, for some reason, need to have a shootout, I can just line people up back here and they can shoot from under the cover of here. If you are just joining while we quarantine the colonists, we have got the Blood Rain event going on, which... basically, if people stay outside for too long, they go berserk. People or animals. Animals are the bigger concern in some ways. So, yeah, we are having to quarantine everyone indoors so that they are not killed by that. I'm not worrying about farming. I think we've got enough food in storage that we can get away with it. We have got ways around the base if needed. I think I've got everywhere covered. Oh, whose bedroom is this? Tactical. Do I have... Tactical, are you going to be sleeping in the... panic room? Are we going to have the first legitimate use of the panic? No. There's a bedroom for you. We can put somebody in there. So now we're not going to have to worry about that. We do still have the panic room if I've managed to forget somebody. But yeah, I don't know how tough it's going to get. Firebird over bits saying maybe you have pockets in the roof so he can escape. Well, it's not going to be completely sealed, the roof. This is the point, is that it's basically like adding almost like a balcony over a bit. So they can, not that, what am I doing? It's not completely roofing it in, it's just any footpath is being roofed, I guess. So there will still be gaps where stuff can get out. Where, you know, it's not going to be enclosed, but it is definitely, yeah. It's definitely... I guess I can use the remote control tanks to help take out animals. I mean, people inside the tanks, in theory, wouldn't go mad either. I guess. There are some boomerloads. Someone was saying about... Little Goth said there are boomerloads up there. Yeah, maybe not the worst idea to get a remote control tank to go remove them. There are actually a few... I forgot there were still some of the finger spikes around. Just kind of chilling about the place. From the we'd literally only just finished dealing with the flesh monster. Just finished dealing with that, and then this is what happens. And a mech. There was a horrific mech ship turn up as well. You know, the game has just been unreasonable to the highest of degrees. I think you will find. I say that, but I mean, it has definitely been very, very harsh with this. Now, the next step I've got to do, basically we're going to clear, well, I'm going to clear like large sections of this and then just rebuild it, so I can rebuild it safely. If it's indoors, it's fine. If it's outdoors, it's less fine, basically. We will allow them up here. Well, we will allow them in any of that area. We will allow them along here. We will allow them down here. We'll try and allow access to bedrooms where we can, of course, and access to rec rooms. They're going to need entertainment. They're going to be stuck for a while. And, I mean, they're going to need to be able to go into their bedrooms, of course. Try and keep you enclosed as best as possible. Yeah, the game has very much decided just now. Now you die, or now you are going to probably die. Let's be mean. and it has been very mean to us. We got to keep paths open for colonists to get to, like, the anomaly stuff. We need them to be able to get there. Do we have any prisoners at the moment? No, we don't. Well, they can still get there. Is that covered? Okay, well, we can do that. I did summon the flesh heart. That is a good point. Not that intentionally, I might add. We were just summoning an anomaly event. Didn't realise it was going to do that. Would not have done that if I could have done. You know, if I could have avoided that, we absolutely would have. Well, I say if I could have avoided it. If I'd known what we were going to summon, you know, I would happily fight a few more, you know, chimeras or something. But no, we summoned the big flesh monster. Now, does this look okay? The thing I'm going to have to do, and the thing that I don't want to have to do... it's not I don't want to have to do it, but we are going to have to allow this route down here so that they can get in there, so they can disable that. That is a potential vulnerable spot that they might end up taking some... Oh, one of the things we could suffer with... are any thumpers going to be outside the zone? Can we access the ones up here? Can't access that one. But we can access the one inside. That one's not as important. I'm going to live to regret that, but for now I'm going to say that one's not as important. Why is that not working is a better question. It hasn't got power, but it should do. It should have power, right? That line there's got power. That bit there doesn't, but I don't know if that ever did. Because that line there's powering half the damn base. I'm gonna say that that's fine. What I should manage area, I should inside the wall. Can I change it to just a really bright colour? The reason why I'm doing that is so that I can actually see, because it's really difficult. It was grey, I just couldn't really see anything. So now it feels fitting considering what we're fighting here. Yeah. Everything can be blood red. That makes sense, right? This zone looks like it's covered most things, and I believe that is where the roof goes to. We haven't allowed... Oh, there's a boomalope in the wall. Oh, that might have to be killed. That boomalope's in a terrible place. Yeah, that boomalope is in a terrible place. But what can we do? All of that bit's covered. I think that's okay. I think that is okay. So, we are going to have to put everybody inside the wall. Now, I do not know what to do. The animals will stay. I don't know what to do with the giant pangolians and the quaggas. Ugh. I don't know. As another colonist I've not assigned. I don't know quite what you mean by that, but I think everyone is fine. Oh, is there a power problem up here? Oh, there is. You are right. That's why the power's not getting to it. It doesn't matter, though. Thank you, Calgor. You spotted that and I did not. That's why the power's not getting to it. But it doesn't matter. It's not important at the moment. Really not important. So we should be fine. Oh, does Domino not have a bedroom? Well, Domino might get to go sleep in the panic room for a bit. No, Domino has a bedroom. I think everyone has a bedroom now. Yeah, as far as I can tell, everybody has a bedroom. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. Blindas, thank you very much for the bits, by the way. I was saying, evening all, another month, another sub, enjoying the series so far. I would like to make a suggestion to the game. We need a warning sign saying, attention guests, all males must report to Cora a suitable classification. Those that don't, she will hunt you down with her trusty flying cabbages. Oh dear. Cora, stay away from our guests. Stay away from our guests, please, and thank you. I guess, okay, right, what we can do, I don't really like it as a thing. I know we've been playing 15 minutes and I haven't actually unpaused it yet, but this is very important. I think the animals are going to have to be a little bit of an experiment, and I'm going to have to see how those are affected, and I'm going to have to hope. I guess we can see at what rate they become problematic. I hope we don't have to kill them, but we will get a good idea, and the animals we have here are not exactly scary. The lions and the German shepherds should not be affected by this. We've got tons of food. They should be fine. What we will do is immediately stop making fine meals, and we will make simple meals. And yeah, like that's just a make psychite tea, but make simple meals. We will, so this will make our food go as far as possible. I believe, and we will use the fish. I think we can still fish potentially. I will try build a roof area. I don't know if that's going to be too far away. I don't think it will be. We will try to allow that, and then we will try to allow people to go down there to fish. Right, everybody back inside the walls, please. It's going to be a pretty rough time. Oh, what I'm going to have to do... Don't. We're just going to have to abandon these fields. That sucks. Because these fields... Because it's technically in the zone, because they have to be able to get down there. Oh, okay. Blood rain. Performance like a ritual that caused blood rain to fall anyone quite soon. Okay, I don't want to know. I mean, I would have liked to have known how to stop that. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone in the region work fast to become more irritable. Don't feel like that. Mutation weaponry. Restructure architect shards into limit use weapons that twist living targets into. I feel like we're starting to very much sound like the bad guy. I mean, we're going to research it, but, you know, that doesn't feel great. Does not feel great is just what it's going to be. Right, everybody get building these roofs, get inside. Longbow is, of course, hanging out in the rain. The roof is not built yet. I mean, hopefully they can get this roof built fairly quickly. I mean, we're not too much of the bad guys, right? I mean, we are a bit. We're less bad than a lot of them, I think it is fair to say. We are a lot less bad than a lot of them. Oh, that feels really bad. Blood rage is mild already. You know what? You just. If I see it being mild, I'm just gonna say go chill in the somewhere where it's not. We're gonna have to immediately just. If it's a field, we are just not doing anything on it, because some of these my pathing is gonna go around the fields. So no, because you will go stand in the horrific blood rain. I mean, so far, it looks like they've done a pretty good job of getting this roof up in time. I wonder if I do also find it amusing. Starbucks has got the inhumanization. That feels oddly correct. If ever there was something that deserves that, if it's not Amazon, it should definitely be Starbucks. Right. Have you lost your blood rage? Okay, now you can be I mean, that is a good way to fix it. If I spot anybody, I'm just going to go and grab them and tell them to go inside and wait for the blood rage to finish at that point. That feels like a good, solid idea. You know what? You lot chilling in the quarry. That's good. You can praise the cube if you want, but you know, the cube is no more. The cube is gone. It'll not save us from this horror that is our current situation. Did we forget to tile a bit of roof? No, they're being told to build it. They just haven't built it yet. Okay, that's fine. Animal filth. I mean, that's going to happen. Can't do much about it. Blood rage, mild. Oh, God, okay, yeah, that's going to be a real problem. I guess when they go inside to sleep, they will sleep off the blood rage. God, this lot out here is going to absolutely destroy us. How much ammo have you got? You've got enough, and these doors work. Okay, we are going to go and eliminate the boomalopes that I can reach with my remote control tank. Because it feels like that's a solid plan. Cora, your desire for a husband is going to have to wait for a while. While this blood rain is occurring. Your desires for a husband will come secondary to our desires to not die, pretty much. Be funny if my tanks could lose their mind. That has worked quite effectively. I mean, the laser cannon's quite strong. Will blood rain put out fire? Will blood rain put out fire? I don't know. Interesting question. Eve's not losing her mind. That's good. Everybody else is okay? You've lost a kidney. We can fix that. Domino, we can fix that. Chris, we still need to fix your eyes, don't we? They're making some food. That's all good. We have a lot of fish, and we know Longbow likes fishing, so... Caleb is 20 years old and still healthy. Fantastic. It'll be fine. Right, sorry, it's stuff I haven't finished reading anyway. Drake, thank you for the bits. If the blood rain falls on the cabbages, do they become red cabbages of madness? I mean, everything is madness at the moment. Everything outside is madness. These things are genuinely scary now. If they lose their mind, I might have my tank ready to try and wipe out the wildlife, basically. I don't really like using it for that purpose, even though it's a game, like, you know, still don't want to be killing the wildlife unnecessarily. Oh, you've ran away! The answer to the question is yes, blood rain does seem to put out fire. Well, Bob can rocket them, but the problem with Bob rocketing them is Bob needs somebody in it, which is slightly less than ideal. You're going to hide up there, aren't you? I mean, I do appreciate you are running away from a rather terrifying thing as far as you are concerned. Right, turn the tank around. Come on, Asylum. Oh, it's such a slow loading weapon. Right, that's done. Any more horrible things to deal with? No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, Muffalos, they'll die. It's these things that are the big concern. I don't know where they're going. They're just going for a wander. Sure. There we go. Firebird, thank you, bits. I enjoys playing Cassandra storytellers. Strive to survive. I don't really know much of the different difficulties. Is Cassandra particularly bad for deciding to screw you over all of a sudden? Cora, thank you, bits. Saying more confined quarters means more mingling and more husband opportunities. Is there anyone right now? Let's have a look, Cora. Is there any chance of a husband going on at the moment? 4%. Not great. What is... Because like your chances on them is not great, but their chances on yours are sometimes better, and Jet seems to be the most plausible at the moment. Can't do it because you've tried it. Paul compared Jet's father to a hawk. Honestly, to me that doesn't even sound like an insult. I would, like... Hawks are cool. I mean, admittedly, I'm a little bit biased, but that doesn't sound bad. It just sounds cool. Like... there's nothing. There's not even any negative connotations for a hawk. Like if it was a vulture, sure, okay. Vultures are very cool, but I can understand the negative connotations. I was about to have a drink. That's why I paused. Now I got distracted talking about birds. But yeah, hawks are cool. Hawks are cool. It should not be an insult. I would be greatly flattered if I was compared to a hawk. And some of them are even quite smart. Harris hawks, really smart. I guess, you know, you're doing that in comparison to a bird and all that, but still, Harris hawks are smart. Oh, did I not put a roof right? I found another bit that needs to be roofed. That can be roofed. Up there is all indoors. We don't need to do anything there. That's all indoors. It's fine. Everything else is okay. And is Longbow fine? Longbow happy? Longbow is happy. Sat here doing a spot of fishing. So there we go. Drake thinks of it saying neurosis pod. Is that what you use on the filming crew for GTA videos? No, it's just the memory wiper eraser thing from Men in Black. That's what you have to do to get the filming crew to take part in stuff. Just every so often, so that they forget the horrors. You just use the memory eraser. It works quite well. Harlequin, thank you for the bits. Saying watching this while doing a cyber security exercise and acing it. That wasn't on my bingo card today, but it seems like FailRace streams can help pass an exam. Hey, well, I'm glad to hear. I am glad to hear that one. Lilgoff, thank you for the bits. Saying maybe Cora should take up looking after animals. Maybe some husbandry might help her. maybe, you know, maybe that's what it will take. Benjamin, what are you doing? Oh, you're loading. Okay, you're putting missiles in Bob. Fair enough. You do you. Where's my tank gone? I'm going to drive my tank back. Because we might need it later on as the animals lose their mind. I doubt anything's breaching the kill box. I guess it's that one there that's a concern. I think if it turns... Oh no, because it's inside. It's in my walls, but the walls are covered. I forgot the interior walls are covered, so that one might actually... It might starve to death, but I don't think it's going to go mad. Right, Asylum, drive in. I love these remote control tanks. I admittedly didn't know they were remote control tanks when I started building them. I assumed they were going to have to be manned and everything, but yeah, it's fine. How are they? Are they? Maybe like one of the things died and they exploded into more. Okay, these aren't affected by the rain. I guess it makes sense, right? Actually, will these... They're manhunted. Will they attack any... Okay, they're attacking anything. Okay, that works. Well, all of this... The Muffalos are down here are all going to be killed by the finger spikes. And that'll all injure each other. Cool. Well, some might. Some are going to flee. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't think the Muffalos are going to be any problem. Nothing down there is particularly scary except for the goose. Those things are terrifying. Ask Caleb. Stallion and a turkey mad. I'm not going to worry too much about that. That I'm going to worry about a bit more. I feel like my turrets will take them down. I can't imagine like a hare. In fact, the hare's gone up. Well, the hare just ran and charged a finger spike, so, you know. I mean, I can open that door. I mean, that cannon doesn't really get far enough, actually, anymore. The Thrumbo... No, wait. That's the Thrumbo that's angry. I don't think the animals can break through the walls. I'm going to presume not. I'm going to sit here and presume that they're not. I mean, how are our own animals doing? 'Tis a good question. Wait, hold on. I'll just check it. The route. I don't know why we've got such weird colourings going on here, because that shouldn't be. I guess it's overlapping. I don't know what's overlapping there to cause the weird red glow, but it doesn't seem to be. People here don't seem to be getting the blood rage, So I'm going to say they're doing all right. Now the pets, they're fine. Oh, you're pregnant. You're okay. You're okay. I guess they can, like, go inside maybe for long enough to have it wear off. No, there's a little... Oh, no, wait, you're not the babby German Shepherd. You are pregnant again. Where is the... We do have... No, do we... I could have sworn we had a baby German Shepherd. Oh, no, they hadn't been born yet. We do have a German Shepherd that... I don't remember where it came from. Apparently I bought it and I have no memory of it. It sounds like real life. I just acquire pets. Actually, very accurate. Just acquire pets. It's just how life goes for me, anyway. But yeah. Okay, that's all fine. Thrumbo will be the first test of my kill box for a while. And the other thing that will really screw us if Sight Stealers turn up, we are not prepared to deal with Sight Stealers. I have got a way to deal with... Well, I say that no, actually, because we'll just park the tank out the front. The problem bit will be the tank running out of fuel at some point. It's got a big fuel tank, but it will eventually run out of fuel. These horses don't really know what to do at the moment, which is fine. The other Thrumbos buggered off. Muffalos are losing their mind, but they're just dying to the spikes. I think all the other Muffalos have... Okay, that's good. All the other Thrumbos have left the map. And also, this one doesn't even know where it's going. That one doesn't really know where it's going. Oh no! The goose is mad! Oh, the goose is attacking the finger spikes. The goose might kill a finger spike. I mean, that's one of the scarier animals, I guess. But so far, they've missed the entrance to the kill box. So I don't really know what their plan... MG, what are you doing? Oh, you're loading rockets again. That's fine. You do you. Benjamin, very mild blood rage. Ooh, that's not ideal, but again, they seem to... The Thrumbo's scarier than that. They appear to have missed the entrance. Well done. You have found my fields. My abandoned fields. Okay, you're free. You're not my pet ones that are inside the walls. Where are my other two Pangolian? Wait, hold on. Were you mine, though, that we'd let? No, you are ones we have released. I'm trying to find where the named ones are. There we go. Well, not the named ones, but ones inside the walls. They seem okay. This turnip also seems okay for now. For now. To Firebird, thank you for the bits. The saying... good job, Blood Rain doesn't affect the water source. I mean, that would screw us. Yeah, that would really screw us. I guess, like, water isn't really a thing that the game considers. Like, you don't have to worry about water in the game, like needing water, which I'm kind of surprised in some ways. Like, it does everything else. I'm surprised it doesn't need... You don't need water in one way or another. But yeah. It's not something that we have to worry about, thankfully. Also, Cassandra Classic is going to hit you hard, and then once you think you've had a break, she comes back harder until your break point again. She's definitely testing it. Definitely testing it. We've been hit harder quite a few times in this. It has definitely not been good, this one. It would be nice to have a little bit of time after this Blood Rain to try and fix up the broken bits in the base. Oh no, a squirrel's gone mad. Whatever will we do? Not much. Not much. Climber, thank you very much for the action. So I saw a few bottles of vodka over by the outer wall, not too far from the chopper. I would like to request a mission to retrieve that sacred beverage and call dibs on it. There we go, what is it? It's not vodka, it is gin. Much better choice. While all the wildlife is angry, no, you're not going on a mission for that. That feels very... There's gin and there's... Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. And I'm going to get it wrong. Tea, I guess? Mixture of coffee and tea. Oh, okay. I mean... I can't imagine that's good, but I've also never had it. Oh, the goose is dead. Hey, the badger's killed the spike. Good work, badger. You have done well. Oh, and the muffaloes have. Oh, there comes the rat. Oh no. Again, you're not even actually threatening the base. Like, the most you've done is ran around. Where did the Thrumbo go? Has it bloody wandered off? The one kind of scary thing has just buggered off anyway. Well, that's fine then. They've got extreme blood rage. That doesn't feel great, does it now? How is Turnip doing? Mild blood rage. Yeah, it dips down quite quickly. So the second they go back inside, it really does chill quite nicely, which should do the job of, yeah, all of us being fine. Well, Noodlebrain does make a point. We have lost a colonist to a rat once, but admittedly that was Ewan on the Naked and Alone start and literally had nothing, and yeah, that was less good. But it has only happened once, to be fair. Maybe I'll have to try that start again at some point and see if I can do better on that. There is a new expansion coming for Rimworld that I'm sure I will play whenever that is released. Looks very much like my sort of thing. So yeah, that one. Maybe we'll try that as the start. But that is a really tough start. I mean, Mikey said that missed that playthrough. Admitted, I think it was only half a stream. I think it was only like an hour and a half in. Because funnily enough, starting with absolutely nothing, if you get unlucky, your colonist just dies. Your one singular. Oh, why is the roof collapsed in there? What's gone on there? How has that happened? Not sure how that's happened. Yeah. Oh, something's made it into the kill box. I just heard the big thumping of the guns. Was very concerned for a second. Well, it's been dealt with. Oh, those are broken. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. When you zoom out, it goes very weird. Oh. Like the whole world has gone very bizarre and it's now very difficult to see what's going on. Yeah, that doesn't feel great. Doesn't look particularly great either. I'm just looking at the meals, by the way. That is something that I have got to keep a track of, but we have 1,700 fancy meals and 500 normal meals. Like, we are not in a food crisis at the moment. So we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, I am thankful that it is the blood rain and not the unnatural darkness that is apparently very nasty. We don't be wanting that. Okay, well, by the looks of it, a few things have made it into the kill box, judging by squirrel, horse, hare, wolf. There is the mega sloth. I think another horse is about to go and get a machine gunning. And sure enough, that's gone. Cabbage has died of poison. Now, is that the blood rain poisoning, or is that something else? Oh, or have they grown and not been harvested? I don't know if they stay for too long. I don't know they'd have been stayed too long, harvesting-wise. What is the poisoning? Oh, well, that's broken, but that also wouldn't be... I think someone's fixing that. That's not in use, though. That's not doing anything. So that being broken shouldn't be sending out radiation issues. I've got to presume that. I've got to presume that's from the blood rain that stuff's dying. I haven't got a better solution. Ugh. I'm sorry, Eve. I had to sneeze. Don't shout at me. I don't know whether you heard her. I sneezed. I guess I woke her up. I guess I woke her up from her nap. Eve, you've been asleep all day. You've been fed. You've had attention when you wanted it. I don't know what you're complaining about. I'm the one with the hay fever going on at the moment, not you. It's more annoying for me than it is for you, I can tell you that much. It's not been a great day for hay fever. Yeah, it's not been good. But it's not been the worst. I should point out, while it hasn't been good, it's also not been the worst. So, yeah, it's fine. Right. As far as I can tell, everybody is going about their daily existence, and everybody's pretty healthy. They do occasionally, the animals do occasionally wander out into the blood rain, but it's nothing too bad. There is little FailRace there, just kind of having a chill time. Here's Harlequin, Drake, Cora all saying hi to Eve. See, everyone was saying hello. I know you're just staring out the window. Well done. Sure. I don't think there's much going on out there, I'm afraid, Evie. It's pretty boring. Well, a Muffalo's gone mad. You're going to run at my kill box. Oh dear. That's Boomerlope's in a bad place. How has the Boomerlope got... Oh, it got out through that little gap in the wall. Didn't realise there was a gap there. Uh-oh. That Boomerlope might become a problem, although... Oh yeah, that Boomerlope might become a problem. I guess what we'll have to end up doing is just parking a sniper up here and take it out. That might even end up being Paul's job, to be honest with you. Oh no, wait! Bigger problem! How has that got broken? Oh crap, Paul! Small problem! Bring the guns. Did not realise there was a way in to the base. Has now become bigger concern. We have got turrets down here. Oh, and one of the turrets did end up shooting my tanks, but... Okay, good work. Paul. Oh, okay. Well, the good news is the Boomerlopes escaped. How did that happen? Is a really good question. Unless it was... Maybe that's why the animals were running down that way? Yeah, I mean, it is definitely odd. That is definitely odd. Down there. Yeah, I mean, Firebird going to fix it is a great idea. If we just leave you unrestricted, yeah, go build that. I mean, we can build a roof down to it to, like, protect it, but that's really odd. I'm not 100% sure how that happened. I am curious how that happened. I feel like I would have rushed to fix it if I'd seen it. It's possible it was broken and I just never saw it. But that's a way bigger problem than any we've actually faced so far. So, yeah. Okay, Pangolian, that's an outside, again, that's an outside animal. Twingo, what are you doing? Okay, cleaning dirt. I'm not that worried about the dirt. I'm more be worried about the building of the roof of the stuff. Firebird, oh, Firebird, you absolute melon of a character. Alright, get inside. You've built it from the wrong... You're going to be in the blood rain for a while. Run! Run, get out. Oh, it's only like 8. It's only been like 10%, but... Right, inside the wall with you. Thank you for rebuilding the wall. but you've done it a silly way. There we go. Good stuff. At least that's something. It's all good. It's all fine. Tommy, thank you very much for the nation. Same bless you, Alex, and good evening. All good there. Yeah, everything is good. I've had a relatively nice day today. I've played some games, done some editing, walked the dog, got very hot. You know, old morons are fighting. But yeah, has been a nice day overall. I think Eve is disagreeing with the blood rain. Well, maybe. She's gone back to sleep. She doesn't care that much, if we're being honest. The new update for Rimworld does sound rather interesting indeed. Yeah, I look forward to giving it a try when it comes out. It seems very much my sort of thing. Umbrella's not an option. I reckon that would work. I guess in theory, yeah. Oh, wasn't there a... I've not seen it. I don't know where I've seen it. I have a feeling there was a horror film. I want to say it's a bit like Squid Game, but not Squid Game. And there was like an acid rain bit where they had like an umbrella, and they were trying to stay out of the rain. Oh, I don't. Where the hell have I? I've seen the scene. I don't know what the film is from, and I don't know what it is. Don't know what the film is. I've just happened to see this scene. I don't know where I saw the scene either, which doesn't help. But yeah, they were like in. I think it was like a game show in inverted quote kind of thing, and to survive they were in like a little like a set up street, and they had an umbrella and they had to try and rush inside and something, I don't know, but I think it was acid rain that was falling that they couldn't let touch them or so on. In theory, yeah, an umbrella would be good. The game doesn't have that option, and you know, maybe the blood rain is too powerful, so I don't know, but we don't have that option. It would be a very good option. If anybody knows what that film is, let me know. Not because I particularly care, just because I happen to have seen it somewhere and I now can't remember where I've seen it. Escape Room sounds about right. It could well be. It could well be that film. I don't know. As I said, I didn't see the film at all. I just happened to have seen the scene somewhere. But I don't know where I've seen that either. So, who knows? Strange indeed. I have a weird memory when it comes to films as well. I remember films and remember scenes really, really well, for no particular reason. But yeah, that does happen. Yeah, like there's always I say Escape Room Tournament Champions could be. It could be that. I don't know. I don't know at all. But if there's a scene in it like that, then probably is that one. So there you go. Oh, Jet. It's 22% chance with Cora. Go on, Jet. Try romancing Cora. See if you can get somewhere at some point. Maybe there's a chance. I mean, it's one of the better chances we've had with Cora, you know. Amongst all of the terrible, you know, end of the world feeling going on, maybe you will get somewhere here. No. Oh. Jet pursued Cora by describing her as a shining spring. Cora turned away. Well, I mean, you tried. You tried. You got to work on your chat up lines. You really do. You've got to remember the cabbages. Don't bother comparing to a spring. I mean, a shining spring. You know, it's better than a normal spring. But yes, the blood rain is ending. Oh, thank God for that. That actually wasn't particularly bad. That was nowhere near as long as the toxic fallout. I don't know whether that's normal for this event or whatever. Oh, there's a tortoise that's got severe blood rage, but it isn't completely insane. We're going to just leave it a little bit. Before we open everything up, but because you know we do still have stuff that we need to fix and the like. But yeah, right, we can deconstruct that. We can try and get some walls built, and then we can go back to farming because we haven't really been able to farm for a while. Okay, well we know they're producing animal filth, but that's fine. Noodle Brain, thank you very much for the donation. Saying bonsoir, Alex and chat. I have once again just about survived driving to Lyon, this time in my parents' car. Also, I caught some of Le Mans for the first time since that year, and LMP2 was in the lead for a while. Oh, that was a good year. This year, Le Mans was boring as anything. Now, I've talked about this in the past. I'm not a big endurance racing fan, particularly. I say that. It's not that I don't enjoy watching it, I just don't often watch it all that much. I do tend to try and watch the Le Mans if I can. I did watch it this year, and I watched it the last few years as well. This year was really boring. It's really boring. Certainly compared to the last few years, it was really dull. I do remember that year, like with the LMP2 car almost winning, because I think at that point, whenever that was, I want to say it was like 2017, 2018, I don't know, something along those lines. I hadn't really watched many. That was the first Le Mans that I properly started watching, and it was crazy. And then I watched a few more afterwards. And I have now, now generally I do watch Le Mans if I can, which is, and I do generally enjoy it. But this year was just a bit very boring, wasn't it? It really was just quite dull, and it's a shame, but that's motorsport for you. It can and often does end up going that way, but it was a really quite boring Le Mans this year, which was a real shame. But it was still, I still enjoyed watching it to a point and everything. Hopefully next year will be better. The Ferraris were just a bit too good, really, and that was it. Right, let's go. Okay, things to do. Everybody, what was the thing? Shift and right click. Everyone can be unrestricted. Fantastic. Animals will now be unrestricted. Or the animals that can be unrestricted are unrestricted. Don't know if there are. We know there are still spikes down there. Anywhere else? Any angry animals? No. Cool. Okay. Right. The kill box is a bit of a mess. That's a random Thompson. Where did that come from? I presume a raider has done that one. Oh, okay. So, gun turrets need fixing. The room's up here. We'll need a little bit of fixing because we had the old flesh pile go for a wander through this bit. Probably will put some armoured doors around here these days, but I doubt anyone's ever breaking through that way. But you never know. How are the corpse trees doing? The corpse trees are all fine. The corpse trees are good. We have a nice collection of them. We should probably send something down to deal with these spikes at some point. The numbers have been thinned by the animals, so I do appreciate the animals doing their work, really. Maybe the rat was carrying the Thompson. Who knows? Who knows on that one? There's a horse there. How did that die? Oh, finger spike killed it. Okay. Climber still wants the gin. All right, Climber, you can go get the gin. Jeez. In fact, it has been allowed. They are allowed to go and grab it. Where someone... Climber, you're asleep at the moment. What is the time? 1 a.m. What a time for an adventure in getting gin. It's 1 a.m. and you've remembered there's a bottle of gin outside the wall. So quick, I must go and acquire it immediately. Or rescue it before someone else gets there. Go on, Climber. Go on your mission. Just remember our first tips. I made myself a G&T. South Bank Gin would recommend. How are my romance chances? Are we talking real life or in-game? I don't know the real life ones. In-game ones, better than Cora. Not by much, but better than Cora. So there we go. Who is this? Oh, are these allies? These might have been allies that turned up and got killed at some point. Is quite possible. But there we go. 1 a.m. adventures for gin sounds very accurate, really. Not going to lie. Drake, thank you very much for the gifted sub. By the way, a rolled car salute to you. from chat. I guess. So I was reading the next one, and it was chance. It was also from Drake actually with bits saying, "I 1 in 5 chance for Cora." That must be one of the best moments so far for core romance moment. I mean, it's the closest. Really, Jet trying to romance Cora is the closest chance Cora has had at any point. Still not great chances, but they are the best chances we have seen, basically. MG is going to go fix up some... Okay, you've gone all the way over there to fix up that turret, but that's fine. The turrets are being fixed, which is great. MG, do you not have... you don't have... a table? We can build some more. We have the technology to build more tables. Make the folding table set. Ambrosia. No, we don't need more drugs. I mean, to be fair, we have enough money. We don't need drugs anymore. Right, make it out of all of this stuff. Just don't make it out of human leather or dread leather. I hate that I have to tell you these things. It should be common sense, but it's not with my group of Muppets. They're not always very smart. Right, the food situation's under control. I guess we can maybe go back to making fancy meals. Because, you know, if they are eating these, they're happier. There is a mech cooking food, yeah. We have a mech that cooks. We have a mech that occasionally makes things. It's currently making psychite tea. Which, I mean, we do need, because we've got a few of the waster characters that rely on it. I wish I never saw... because I was so busy worrying about the blood raid, never saw what was going on. I don't know what happened to start this fight. All we know is Normanton lost it. I think it was Normanton and No Face that got in that fight, but oh well. Brady, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, bloody hell. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. I get distracted easily. It's fine. English is failing today. I do as well. I'm, as anyone who has watched my videos for any length of time will be very well aware, I am always good for a random tangent and a random distraction. Very good at that one. Is that a cat? That is a munchkin cat eating a mega sloth. Fair enough, I think, is what I'm going to have to say on that one. Just fair enough, really. Paul is off on an adventure to pick up food that's next to a rotting body. I mean, food is... Oh, Paul. Really? You... Now you've just left your table! Paul, pick up your table! You... absolute muppet. Okay, well, I mean, I guess take those meal... We'll take one of them. Why not take all of the meals? Paul, what are you doing? Oh, good lord. Where is Absol's mech? There is Absol's mech. It was assigned to the wrong group. It's now assigned to the right group, so it'll wake up. Amazingly, it survived by playing dead. Which actually worked quite well in the grand scheme of things. I'm not even sure what Paul is up to, just carrying some random steel around. I'm not going to ask. Not going to ask. Don't know. Not going to ask. Too many questions. Domestic Canadian, you going to fix some turrets? Because we have got a few broken turrets and things. Why are you oh, you're rebuilding that one. But, I don't know. Well, okay, you're going on to repair those. That's fine. I guess there's no other good way to really get to those ones in there. These have been fixed. That's good. They do need some repair work going on. But on the whole... What did I do now? Site stealers. On the whole, everything here is largely fixed. Where is that making? I guess maybe it's making a mess like down here. Just trying to figure out where it was making a mess. Not sure. Ah well. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I'm just gonna go with. Just gonna go with that. Little Gothel, thank you for the bits. So when life gives you lemons out of space and enjoy Le Mans. Well, you know, sure. That works. Absol, you have not died. You have not died. When everything went wrong, you shut down and went to sleep, and nothing attacked you because everything thought you were inactive. So you played dead and it worked, pretty much, is what we're what we are learning here. Forever decided they didn't fancy carrying. Is it just somebody grabbed the Mega Sloth? Well, I'm going to presume so, judging by the amount of meat there is currently in the kitchen. I'm going to say they butchered a Mega Sloth. Okay, they made it worthwhile. I can't be too mad at that. I mean, we have got piles of food. It's great. It's a good problem to have. Just plenty of excess food. Halogen is just running around with some uranium, as you do. You know, to shove it in the reactor and the like. Absol going an hour without being killed. He's good going. We know what Absol is like for having technical difficulties. Let's go with that. But this time around, it was not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I don't know why they're not pulling down this wall at all. It's very weird. Cause like I will sort out this area. Okay, they're all rebuilding in there. Why? Hold on. Can I grab Petrol Head? Can you if you just knock down that bit of wall, you'll make it 10 times easier for everyone, so they don't have to keep climbing through the, you know, going through the river and everything. Because we don't even have a bridge over that bit. Admittedly, we don't really want to, because we want to make it hard to assault our base. So yeah, they can just rebuild this area, and then we can, you know, start using these fields again. Oh, they have now rebuilt that. I've also just realised I don't have a door down this end, but that's fine. And thankfully they botched the construction, because someone was about to pass through that area. Who's unhappy? Jet! Oh no, why are you unhappy? Lots of corpses. Yeah, that'll do it. And Cora upset you. I mean, it does suck. I unfortunately do not have an answer for you on that one. Right, the other thing we are going to need to do is armoured doors for the armory down there, and they can get all of that fixed. I mean, do I want an armoured door? I guess we can build an armoured door there. I've got the steel. Like, it doesn't really matter. We've got so much steel. Yeah, I can throw steel at any problem. Any problem at all that we might have, steel is an easy solution, really. Tommy, thank you for your station. So I agree. Very warm indeed. Great when working in the automotive. Though it was great going out for a ride in the evening with the windows down, scare some people with 173 horsepower VTEC power. We will now all hail the VTEC power. Forget the cube and all. I mean, it's not bad. No, it's always good fun going out for a drive. I do kind of miss having a convertible, not going to lie. There are definitely times where a convertible or something like that would be appreciated. Going out for a drive this evening with a convertible would be good. My cars are just really expensive to run. So going out for random drives is not high on the priority list. Well, and the Audi's broken again. That one was my fault. I was having too much fun in Scotland. Has blown the turbo pipe off, I think. But the good news is, just thinking of cars, the Jag is now in pristine condition. It has an MOT, it's had its service. The only thing on the MOT that came up was needed brake pads, which have now been done. So the Jag is absolutely pristine. So yeah, that is set. I don't think it's going to get sold, but you know, it is now ready. Firebird, you do not have your lightsaber. Why do you not have your lightsaber? No idea. Where is your lightsaber? Also no idea. Where did your lightsaber go? These should be organised. It should be in one of these. I don't know where your lightsaber is. It could be literally anywhere. What is it called? Oh, who actually has one? A laser sword. Too searching. That's that is a pain stick. That is not a lightsaber on there. It should be on these bottom rows, and it isn't. I mean, I can give you a pain stick until we either find one, make one, or buy one. I don't know where it would have gone. It's possible when you went down, wherever you were fighting, it got destroyed. I can't remember where you went down to lose it, but it is possible it got destroyed. It's possible someone's carrying it around, but I don't really know what they'd be like. It could be in someone's inventory, but I don't really know who would have it. It's possible I told someone to... Okay, that's who's got it. I was going to say, it's possible I told someone to pick it up and to rescue it when you went down, and by the looks of it, that's what's happened. So there we go. Thank you for reminding me. Naughty Mouse remembers what happens better in my game than I do. So, yeah, that's fine. We have the lightsaber back. You are fully equipped. There are many beets and much rice to be collected by the animals. Hopefully they will. Cool. That's one mystery solved. Oh, have I opened the animal? I have unrestricted the animals. Cool. Okay, they can start hauling food to our many freezers. We actually might start needing more freezer space, you know. What I might do, because we've got... I guess if we start cook... I mean, we could just cook normal, like cook these meals. Maybe we have got a bunch of fish, so I guess animal product. Wait, hold on. Why is that? Okay, raw fish. Okay, we'll allow that there. Fantastic. What I might do then is if we clear all and the thing that we allow is fish. So the reason why I'm doing that is to keep the meat, like the buffalo meat, keep that for training and feeding the lions, basically. That could and should work, hopefully. Should do. I mean, we've got enough meat. It shouldn't be too much problem. But and this is also to kind of free up storage space, really. If we can make more meals, that's good. Fiber saying we could make sushi. I don't know if the collection of mods I have allows us to. I have seen a mod where you can make sushi. I don't know if this collection of mods has that. We may need a separate thing for it. I mean, we could make gin. No, don't get distracted. No, I don't think we've got. Yeah, it's a separate workstation. I don't know if we've even got the right. We should have that thing. Research. I don't even know what I'm looking for though, particularly. But there we go. Regardless, okay, there's an aircon broken now. We will get that fixed. Normanton is just still in hospital. They've been really mangled in that particular fight. What's being made in there? Oh, resurrecting Overthought. I remember now. MG, what are you up to? Repair. Oh, you're repairing the wall amongst the barbed wire fence. That's not a great job. We have, I mean, we haven't had the kill box really heavily tested yet. And I mean, I would be remiss not to be worried about the potential of stuff. You know, we've thought the kill box, like in the past, I've sat here and thought, oh, the kill box is fine. It's not going to have any problems. And then... you know, problems, but I can't see anything getting through there. What would be the big concerns for us? Okay, I guess the big concerns is the anomaly stuff that can sidestep the kill box. We don't know where is it. Research. Let's just have a look. It's not in there. If we click on this and then go this, here we go. We've not fought whatever the hell that is. That looks like some sort of thing we're going to fight. That, I presume, is some sort of thing we're going to fight. Though, that looks like an event. That might be some sort of thing, some sort of blob we might have to fight. We have fought a metal horror, but it was only one. Sorry, the dog's outside, not my dog. That's someone outside's dog barking. They coach like they take the dogs out into the garden, I assume to the toilet or whatever, and they always bark every time. Every time. But yeah, we only ever fought one metal horror. It wasn't the nicest thing. But we dealt with it quite easily. A lot of them could be a problem. They're quite tough. Yeah, I mean, the big... I guess the big concern is anything that can get past the kill box. Once it's inside the base, my base is not very good, and my characters are really designed for fighting in tanks and at distance. We're not that heavily armoured. We should get better armour. I mean, some have got flak jackets, some have got flak vests going on. We should probably make some more of those. I thought we were still making them, if I'm honest with you. Did I not set researchy stuff? I mean, marine armor would be good. They'll be very... It takes so long to make a full set of that. I thought I was making... I mean, we should probably... we should definitely make... Do until we have... Actually, I mean, do until we have 10 in storage is not a bad way to go with that. Actually, maybe we don't... Right, hold on. Better plan. Better plan is... Let's just build another bench. Because we have... oh, maybe it was on there they were building. Flak vests, they are still making them. Okay. Just so we can have more people working. Not that we have really enough people on... what's it called? On crafting. I guess we need more people crafting at once. I guess it might encourage someone. Animal filth. Why is that... Is that not counted as outside? I mean, someone will come along and clean it up. Oh, okay. I thought I'd removed the roof on that area. I guess that's the bit up there that's why that's shouting at me. Quest expires, don't care. These people lost their guns. Domino is a good shot. You can have... what have we got on here? I guess PSG-1, maybe? Is that semi-automatic rifle? Yeah. Just from looking at the picture, I was going to guess on that one. That's going to be Domino, wasn't it? Domino, you can have... not from that side, so I was going to go from that side. Equip PSG-1. Railface is a good enough shot to require a gun. You can get a... Ooh. I learnt my lesson. We're never equipping the Gauss rifle. It's just too dangerous. I don't really want sniper rifles, is the problem here. Is the Rec 7 any good? Okay, Rec 7's good enough. Equip Rec 7. And then Petrol. I don't even remember what gun Petrolhead normally had. Petrolhead has been through hell, if I'm honest with you, in this playthrough. Heavy Heavy SMGs are always a solid option if we lack. We've got so many sniper rifles. I do normally like sniper rifles, and we've got good sniper rifles as well, but let's take heavy SMG. However, I would, generally speaking, we've had less use for them in this one. We found just pure rate of fire is being the way to go, essentially. The fields are being harvested. We've not got anyone picking up the harvested stuff. Well, some of the lions are doing good work here. Dahl is doing some good work. Medical treatment needed? Why does Starbucks need that? Oh, okay, asthma. That's fine. Need warm clothes? Not going to worry about it. Never actually been a problem. We're actually fixing stuff up. Tim Hortons is fixing up. How did that get damaged? Is a really good question. Did they get shot? Is that friendly fire? Why have these got damaged? How have they got damaged? Did they get shot at, maybe? I mean, maybe sight stealers or something got close. That's really more damage up here than I ever expected to see. Oh, actually, yeah, you make a good point. I didn't tell them to tend to these ones down here, did I? They have harvested it somehow, despite the fact not really being told to. But yeah, they've now been. Those fields are now reactivated. Let's zone these areas and get growing again in these, because you know more food is absolutely more good. We will, of course. Shall we grow something different? What shall we grow? I mean, we've been growing beets, we've been growing cabbages. Shall we grow? You know what? Let's grow some pumpkins. Here we're gonna grow some cotton because we bloody need that. And here, sure, let's grow potatoes. Let's get some. Actually, no, we've already got potatoes on the go. No, we don't, because I think we have rice in that field. No, let's get some potatoes going on. Let's get some variety. And there's a meteor of compacted steel. How much steel do we have? 61,000. I think I've rocketed more steel than I think I've gifted steel to more people. Like that meteor is not going to be anywhere near the amount of steel that I have gifted away. Some playthroughs that'd be really helpful. But yeah, you know. I mean, well, Caleb makes a good point. Like, a meteor made of iron is possible, right? But this game, technically, you wouldn't find steel, right? Because steel is iron and coal. I might be wrong, but I think I'm remembering correctly. Steel is manufactured; it wouldn't be found. So, technically, you wouldn't find steel in the way that you do here. You would find iron. So, a meteor made of iron, yeah, sure, you can find that. But in this game's universe, steel is the common metal, if you will. I think I'm remembering that one correctly. I am not gonna definitively say I know what I'm talking about here. I would maybe be a little bit careful here if I were you. It's a little bit dicey down here, you know. Oh, there's the drugs. All the drug plants. Like, Jet, you've wandered off. I mean, we know there's corpses there. I would have thought. Okay, like I'm no expert, but in this world, in this universe, it's a tough existence, right? We've been attacked by all sorts of horrors. We've been, you know, had all sorts of raiders and all sorts of horrible things, right? The first time you see a dead body is pretty bad. I have never, but, you know, like the first time I feel like the amount in this world, you would just get used to it, right? Like you would, it's not pleasant, but I would feel like you'd get used to it at some point with how often it seems to happen in this world with this existence. I feel like they'd get used to it after a while. But there we go. I guess like you have like a rotting body in the middle of your base. Yeah, that's gonna suck. But if you're just like out scavenging Like, it's not nice, but I feel like it wouldn't maybe ruin your mood as much as sometimes they complain. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I am... Maybe I am wrong. Hopefully I don't have to find out, but you know. Drake, thank you very much for the gifted sub. A roll card salute to you from chat. Thank you very much indeed. Fiber, thank you for saying the thing with 2 antennas is the noctule. Oh, is that in the... Here. Is that the noctule? I guess, maybe? Don't know. Possibly. That just looks like a fuzzy blob. But, you know. Who knows? I mean, maybe like the Harbinger trees are pretty cool. Maybe some of these things are going to be pretty cool. I'm not really holding out a huge amount of hope for it. That, I'm assuming, is another obelisk. That is, I think, is going to be an event. Would be my guess. But, yeah. Who knows? Like, some more positive anomaly stuff would be cool. Also, I'm glad this bug has been held in containment quite well. We have had issues with things breaking out of containment, but our little SCP foundation going on here is holding strong. Pengy. I feel like maybe having the cat allowed to wander in is a bad idea, knowing what my cats would be like. A Glitterworld trader. Firebird, you're good at trading. Do you want to go and see what they have to say and what we can buy? Or what we can sell, even. I would be happy selling lots of stuff, because we have lots of stuff, funnily enough. I mean, yeah, we may need to build a new freezer at some point. There is some space, not much actually. Really is not that much space left in freezers. We may have to. Or at least expand a freezer. Always the option. I'm actually, yeah, I mean, I'm quite impressed. Right. Wow, the koala is worth... Again, not an expert. But I do feel like a pet koala would be worth more than $59. I know it's the end... Well, I know it's an alternate planet and everything, but I feel like a koala would still be quite valuable. And the mallees are worth 300 and a koala's worth 59. Are koalas endangered? I feel like they are. I mean, not that I'm trading in endangered animals and anything, but I presume they are. But yeah. I digress. That feels very cheap for a koala. Now, Glitterworld doesn't have very much money, which is a bit of a shame. Do you have anything interesting? What was it that does? General Lazarus Mechanites. The Mechanites will spread out in the body becoming inert. However, if the host speaker will become incapacitated, the mechs will jump in action and try to quickly heal any sustained injuries. It's only possible to heal normal injuries, lost limbs, etc. Once able to get up again, the Mechanites will fall back into their inert state. Okay. Right, but basically, I guess you like inject this into somebody who's about to go into a fight, if they think it's going to be danger, if it's going to be difficult, and then yeah, sort of send them into a fight, and then they've got a backup plan if they get injured. Really. Anything fun? Advanced bionic jaw, exoskeleton. You've got an Archotech leg, but I also have one. I already have got one. You have some beer. Some guns. I mean, you got Bulletstorm. Yeah, I mean, the trades are a bit ridiculous. Like, they expected me to pay $980 for a Bulletstorm. They'll only buy it for $195. It feels really... The trading feels really dumb. We've got 3 human leather tables. Sure, the human leather table is worth more than the koala. What? It's just what? Make it make sense. What are these sculptures of? This work bears a depiction of an abstracted rendering of strife. Well, that sounds very... Do you have any fun ones of these? This carving is shaped like a hacker flying through the air, surrounded by town guards. And this one, here we go. This piece bears the depiction of an advanced fabricator polishing the surface of an advanced component with a gleam in its eye. It's a robot, but never mind. The advanced component is intricately detailed. Well, that's good. The image refers to the advanced fabricator completing work. Well, I mean, the advanced fabricator has done good stuff for us. There's no doubt about it. We've got a fancy sculpture. I mean, they don't even have the money to buy our sculptures, really. They have not been a particularly great trader. Ooh, we could buy turbojets from... Oh, no, wait. We can only buy one. I have 4 already. Well, we do have a turbine engine. Maybe we'll try to build an Abrams at some point. I mean, seeing as how powerful the Bradley is, maybe we try and build an Abrams. Oh, you do have Glitter World medicine. You know what? I'm going to buy all of that from you. And in return, I will sell you some drugs. How many drugs would you like? Would you like 500 weed? You can't afford 500 weed. Would you like 300? You can afford that. I'm going to buy all your advanced components as well, and then I'm going to sell you all of my weed. Oh, no, wait, you can't buy all of that. But you will buy a lot more of it now. Because, 850, fantastic. I will buy all of your fancy medicine. And then we will be set, I think. And you have bought my tables so that nobody ever uses them again. Fantastic. Dark House. As I said before, start sending out excess supplies in exchange for spouses. Cora has a half okay chance at a spouse with Jet, but just will not accept Jet's advances. What can you do? I mean, at some point it's on Cora and not on us here. If Cora is going to reject the advances of the few people that will, like, that's on you. That's on you at that point. So there you go. What can you do? What can you do? Right. I'm at the slightly. Right, I'm gonna do that. So I've got the aircon in my office. If I have the aircon on, I get too cold. And if I have the aircon off, I get really warm quite quickly. So I'm going to just have it on as a fan. It's at that in-between temperature in my office currently. It's bloody warm today. I say it's bloody warm today. My AC unit says it's 28, 29 in my office. And I believe that to a point because my computer reckons it's 26 outside. Well, that's like supposed to be the temperature or whatever. Doesn't feel that bad today. Either I've got better at dealing with temperature, which is possible, or yeah, I don't know. I expect it to be a bit worse. But yeah, we're just going to leave the fan on. Oh, have the aircon just running as a fan for now. Christian Sweden, thank you for the donation. Saying the human leather table is worth more than the koala. It's not a sentence I hear every day. No, it's great. The sentences I say on stream are glorious. Rimworld in particular is full of bizarre occurrences. We should probably, I've just realised, we maybe should have to go deal with those things. MG, do you want to come drive a tank? Go on board, Jim. Noodle Brain. Go on. Go and activate the gun on Jim. We're going on an away mission. We're not going on an away mission. We're going on a slight drive to go and take out some horrible entities. Just don't run over Tim Hortons, please, and thank you. I don't know quite where Tim Hortons and Lado are going, is my slight concern at the moment. Where are you two going? Oh, you're going all the way down there. Yeah, okay, we maybe need to get this... We maybe need to get you out of the way slightly, because, like... Oh, you're gathering the gold down there. Okay, well, that's fine. Lado, maybe just come out of the way that way a bit. Right, Lado. Okay, well, you can't reach the target. We'll just send in the tank that... Well, the tank will have no problem reaching that. Tank beats spiky thing. It does do that quite easily. Lado, go about your day, please. Do not mind us. We are an important mission for clearing out entities. Oh, the damn thing snuck away. Can I... Oh, Jim is stuck. I mean, it feels very fitting for Jim to get stuck there. No, don't go up that way. I wanted to aggro. I want them to aggro on me. Maybe if we shoot there. Monsters! I'm over here, please. Please come and get in the line of fire. Okay, well, there might work. Splash damage has worked. I think we vaporized it. Yeah, we did. Again. Well, that has worked. Also worked. I mean, we're burning steel, but funnily enough, I have a lot of steel that I can burn doing this. Come on, spiky thing. No, you're not gonna... Even if I park over there, I'm not gonna have the range. They're very annoying down there. Very annoying down there. I don't really have a good way of getting to them. I guess I could fire the rocket, the tow, but even then I don't know if it's actually going to hit. We could mortar them. The mortar's very in... Oh, forgot about the boomerlope. Mortar's rather... I guess say rather indiscriminate, but we'll give the mortars one volley and see how accurate they do. Actually did very good. Take it back. Mortars, very effective. Okay, that was actually impressive. They hit all their targets. That was some top-notch firing there. That was some of the best shooting we've seen from them. So, damn. Impressive stuff. MG, Noodle Brain, good work. You basically just got to go and have a little bit of a cruise about and obliterate some entities. Horrible, horrible monsters. Fair enough. I did not think the mortars were going to be that accurate, because they're normally small and fast-moving, but the auto-mortars are pretty good. Oh, that one there is still alive, but... Oh, that was the one that got pretty battered by... It's a little bit of a waste of a shell. But... I mean... that one didn't stand a chance, did it? Really. That was a bit of a waste of mortar shells, but it was funny, so I'll allow it. Basically, is what we're going for on that one. It was quite funny. Was rather worth it, I think. If in doubt, fire the artillery. And we have quite a lot of artillery options, really, in the grand scheme of things, between Bob... I mean, that thing there's a piece of crap, but the other stuff is pretty good. So, yeah. And also, it's not like we have a particular problem with making artillery shells. They're very cheap to make. So, yeah, we do not have an issue with that. Right, we were going to make some more flak vests. In fact, we were going to do until we have 10. I guess some of the soldiers are not wearing any. Oh no, some of the soldiers are wearing flak vests underneath either flak jackets or underneath like parkas and stuff. So they've got some armor going on. That's fine. Benjamin, I'm not sure what Benjamin's up to. Are you making Nutrimine, maybe? Or just drilling oil, not sure. Either way, that's fine. Firebird, I think it's the same thing. Fingerspike was redesigned into dirt. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, that is That is how it goes. That if the mortars get the target right, I mean, we have seen entire sieges and entire raids be decimated in one volley from the auto mortars. They are seriously powerful when they get it right. The mortars have their use, much like the tanks, right? The tanks aren't perfect in every situation. They're very useful for most of them, but they are far from perfect in every single situation, and the mortars are the same. They have things that they're strong at. The tanks struggle against fast-moving... I mean, we don't have a great counter to fast-moving instant attacks. We just have to hope the kill box is strong enough, and we've seen time and time again, the second I think my kill box is strong enough, something comes along and proves that it isn't, and then we have to upgrade it again. I don't know where we go from here with this design in terms of upgrading the kill box anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know how we upgrade this kill box anymore, because we've pretty much utilised all the space we have. The only thing I could say I could maybe build a chamber up here and remove that, but I actually want the power from that. Well, one thing I was going to do was build a generator over here, weren't we? That was something we were going to do. Okay, I don't even know. Don't know why I'd ever use that, but there we go. We haven't got a tide thing. So geothermal generator level 2. How much power do you put? I think that's what we use, right? Maximum power output 7,200. Advanced geothermal generator. Maximum power output 5,200. So I don't know why I wouldn't use this one. I mean, this is just like free power essentially. So we might... Oh, that's a door. Armoured wall. So we may as well, you know, do that. I guess if we extend the wall up there... The reason why I'm doing that is so that we can have a way into the base... and I'm not too worried about stuff coming through, so we'll have doors here as well. I'm not crazy worried about stuff entering the base from here, because I just don't think the AI is going to ever... It's if you're going to breach my walls, you're not breaching into here and then through here. Why not just breach through there? Or even the garage. The garage doors are probably the weakest point, so you'd breach there. You wouldn't try and go through here and here, because that's just doubling your work. I will put protection around here, because I don't want the geothermal plant broken, but I'm not that worried about the area. So, like, only having a single wall around here is fine. I'm just putting double... I'm putting double doors, because the doors are a weak point, as we have seen before. Thankfully, the flesh mass is unlikely... We know the flesh mass can't cross a river. Tell you what, if that flesh mass had spawned up here, it would have been great, because it just gets stuck in this top corner. Would have been really helpful. I wonder if... Do I still have them? I've had a thought. It's not... I was wondering whether we'd have a deployable... So, overthought has been... fixed. So, right, I'll explain my train of thought. My train of thought was to prevent further issues with the flesh mass if that turned up. I wondered if I could build a wall that was an item that stayed below the ground until I pressed a button and raised it up, which is why I was wondering whether I had that deployable barrier, whether that would work. Basically, the idea being, let's say I built a wall here, so that if the flesh mass spawned down here, it would, you know, go, but it would get stuck by that and then get stuck by the wall. But I don't think a barrier is going to stop it. It might do. Maybe we trial. What I'm going to do... I mean, look, it's relatively cheap, and it's not like I'm wanting for money at the moment. So let's build that there. I'm just going to test it. Just test it as an idea and see how it works. Because it could be fun. Firebird, thank you for the bits. We're saying relationship checkup for characters with and without partners. Well, as far as I am aware, no, you are relatively happy with Drake. Cora is you know, we know how that goes. Longbow and Tommy are all good. Camaro and Noodlebrain are pretty happy. I don't remember who everybody who is in relationships. Is it Kurt? You were with Normanton, one of the newer relationships. I guess we could use garage doors as a way of. I guess this is I guess you could use a garage door. You could open it to let raiders through. I guess I'm contemplating whether the raiders are going to get confused with a garage door, for example. If it's open, they shouldn't, though. I'm going to try this because I'm curious to see whether this works and how this works. Lado and Drake are having a fight. Drake called Lado a devil. I mean, that one at least makes sense, you know? Oh god, Lado does not like anybody at all. Wow, Lado likes Tim Hortons and that's it in this one. But yeah, could use a garage door. If this doesn't work, I guess then maybe we'll try a garage door. Although, do we actually know if the flesh mass could go through the garage door or not? Don't know if we ever actually tested that because we blocked stuff up. We had blocked everything up before we found out, basically. I do not know if it was ever put to the test. So, yeah. But I mean, likewise, these won't be tested either. We know it goes through a regular door, but a garage door is different, and I don't know how it reacts to it. So, yeah. I mean, I'm contemplating what to do with... I mean, hold on. What are these shelves supposed to be storing? I'm just going to pause. By the looks of it, nothing. Shall we... Raw food. If we just store meat on these shelves, meat and fish, that should clear up the freezers that we've got currently going on. Because I don't really have anywhere else to build a freezer. The only thing I can think of is to expand into this bit down here, which I mean is doable. But yeah, because we don't have a crazy amount more space. Like, I could put a freezer somewhere else, but all the food production is focused in this area. So I don't really want to have to make a freezer. I guess we could cut out this wall here as well and delete these. I guess that might be the way to go, actually. If we need some freezer space, let's deconstruct these. And then mine out that. And then we'll put in some more big steel cabinets. And then that will be more food storage for us. And then that will solve some of the storage issues. Paul? No. Paul is going to go hide in their room. Fair enough. Oh wait, Petrolhead might calm them down. Who knows? Quest available. Not worried. Also, going to have to remove the roof here. Then we are going to have to... wall lamp there, wall lamp there, outdoor lamp. It's not outdoors yet, I guess, technically, but when that is made as outdoors, we'll put a lamp out there. Okay, Alright, so is that raised? Oh, right, okay, I think... I guess what we have to do... Don't know whether that will quite reach in terms of power supply, but... Starbucks, what are you doing? Going for a walk. I mean, not the most exciting walk, but fair enough. Noodle is going to hopefully finish building the stuff here. Starbucks having a wander. Still in the fields. I mean... like, where I used to live... before I moved currently, I mean, I only lived the other side of the city, but I would regularly go take my dog to walk around the fields. So I guess, like, it's quite a trek across the base. Like, yeah, I guess it's one of the more picturesque places while still being in the safety of the walls. So I guess it kind of makes sense, right? You would go down here. Now, does that mean that barrier's lowered? I was hoping for some visual clue that the barrier was up or down, and it really doesn't seem to have a visual cue on it, does it? I'm not sure if they work. Alien Invader saying the garage doors were tested and worked to block. Oh, I guess actually, yeah. What make the good point is we know the garage doors worked because the thing never breached the wall, breached the door to get to the wall, whereas it would breach other doors to get to a wall, right? So maybe... yeah, it might be a better idea than... MG, can you just go flick the switch? I mean... yeah, I don't know whether these work or not. Like... I mean, that one there's not even powered, but let's say we run a power line down here. I'm kind of tempted to try. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is you could... I don't have the ability to get the mud either. Like, I used to have a mod that allowed me to build, like, a mud moat. But I don't have that anymore, I don't think. You can build, like, the trenches, which can technically be crossed. But yeah, I don't have the ability, I don't think, anymore, sadly, to make the mud moat that I liked using before. Because if I did... to be fair, if I did, this whole area here would be horrible because it would just be a mud pit as well. I just don't have the technology, despite the fact I can build rockets, I can build tanks. The thing I cannot do is make a muddy moat. 'Tis beyond our capabilities, I am afraid. Ah, good job, Benjamin. Good work. You have calmed down Paul, who I can't click on, but there we go. Paul is no longer hiding in their room. Good stuff. Tired and hungry. I feel you. Although I'm not too bad today because I slept well and I am full of pizza. So, I guess I am neither of those things at the moment, but I do know what it is like normally. We are going to have a drink. I am thirsty, though. I have some lovely lemon Fanta because I found it in Tesco's. Like, the big 24 packs that they don't normally have, and I was very excited because lemon Fanta is the best, and I will hear no words to the contrary. Although Apple Tango is very good, as is Cherry Tango. I like that, surprisingly large amounts. But yeah, lemon Fanta is the way to go. Right, base wise, I mean, it's looking pretty chill at the moment. The vault of goodies is going strong. Like, we don't even have a door on the vault of goodies. We trust the colonists not to be embezzling money or gold. I guess what can you do with it though in this colony? Like, I guess, like, Rimworld, there is no crime, like internal crime. I'm sure there's a mod for it or something. But that is an interesting... like, yeah, they are surprisingly... they are surprisingly very well behaved when you think about games of this style. Yeah, you genuinely do not have any internal... the only thing you have is occasional fights. And I guess, like, what would you... like, you could steal gold from our big vault here? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to go and do with it? Like... can't really leave the base. I guess you can trade it, but like that's the only way you trade it. I still feel like there would be some stealing going on in a colony this size. As bad as it is to say, but yeah, I guess because you're just surviving. Even to be fair, you're not really supposed to have a colony this big. This is way too big. The game would hate you doing this normally. My game is modded to allow it. But yeah, like internal crimes are just not really a thing that are considered in this. Matthew's saying, as far as crime mods, there's the Geneva checklist mod allows you to keep track of your war crimes. Yeah, but like that's again though, that's not this. That's external. That's like 2 other factions. That's not in like internal crimes, I guess, which is a bit of a weird thing. But yeah, there you go. I'm just going to tell Numot to try clean inside here because for some reason they're deciding to clean over here rather than, you know, inside this bit of the base that is quite simple. That is weirdly messed up, and I'm surprised. Why is there just a random table there? Someone can go pick that up. Do we have enough cloth to make some carpets? We actually might have enough cloth to build these rooms. Sweet. Quickly. Quickly before it's all gone up. No, not quite. We almost have enough cloth to build these bits. Right, pave some tiles down here. I guess though, yeah, if we were having to deal with internal crimes as well, that's just a whole new level of all more things for the colonists to have to worry about, as if it isn't difficult enough living in the Rimworld as it is. And when I say that, we are doing pretty well here. Oh, is it dark? Oh, wait, we've found... Ooh. We've found bits that might need... Right, not that. I reckon some of these bits here need unroofing for... possibly for the reason of light. For... Yeah, let's just unroof all the what would be outside bits. This is for the reason of those horrible night things that can come and get us. Because we've set this base up to be illuminated at night, but I don't know if some of the lights activate during the day. So I was going to keep this just to be lazy if we ever need... Well, so like for example, if we ever... Oh, nothing can remove the rock, so that's fine then, isn't it? For yeah, if that ever happens again, however, should remove it because light. We do actually need light. I guess I could just make skylights, but honestly, screw that. I'm just going to remove the whole thing, and we will be fine. Right, that should be okay. I mean, that is on, technically. Why is that saying dark? That feels like that shouldn't be dark. Right? That doesn't feel like it's that dark in. And that should be illuminating, but it's like illuminating and then immediate. I guess maybe because that. I guess maybe the roof's messing up the lighting. And the outside lights, to be fair, aren't happy with being indoors, essentially. Right, let's... You know what, let's make this just a little bit nicer in here for everybody that might have to navigate it. Outdoor lamp. Please illuminate that. We may need one of these to illuminate this corner, just so that everything is, you know, possible. Oh, game. You are lagging something horrible at the moment. Why are you lagging so badly? I do not feel like there's anything going on that should be causing this terrible lag. Which does make me worry about what might be going on to cause this terrible lag. Have you sent a lot of site stealers after me? Well, Numot's going to be the first to know. I am afraid. I think those are all down. Yeah, a bunch of allies are going to turn up and do nothing again, aren't they? And that's what's going to happen. Oh, forever saying all the resources are managed by the entire colony. No inequality, therefore crime is low to non-existent. That's my headcanon anyway. I mean, it makes sense to a point. I guess we're playing like perfect communist simulator in some weird sort of way. I guess like crime is crime is relatively low. I guess like early on it makes sense, right? Because you're crash landed in another. I mean, we're going down the weird, the weird headcanon routes. But like at the start it makes sense because it's survival, right? At this point we've been on this planet for many years, but I guess there's relatively inequality and relatively we've got relatively good healthcare. I guess we have a bit of education, not that we have very many kids or anything like that, but I guess we have like most needs are met, and when the majority of your needs are met, the crime is relatively low to non-existent. So I guess it's like resources are managed by everybody. There is just about every need is met here. So when you put those all together, you will generally get relatively low crime. I don't know if there is like a kleptomaniac trait. I don't know why I had a feeling there was. Like you've got, I don't know whether I'm going to pick a character that has any, like these traits. I don't know if there is like a kleptomaniac one. I get the feeling there might be, but now I think about it, I don't know. I guess you have got like the misandrous and misogynist, well that tends to just lead to fights rather than anything else. So I guess you get that. I guess fights. I guess the social fights are the way the game deals with inter-colony conflict. And I guess it also makes sense on a just game technical standpoint that if you're adding something else into the mix, you're just asking more and more of the game to deal with, and at some point managing everything becomes too much. So I can see why. It's just a curious thought. Matthew said, perfect communist in it. May I recommend the game Workers and Resources? I totally do not have over 1,600 hours in the game. Jeez. I have a feeling I've come across that one. I think I've seen that. I think I've seen it on Steam, but never played it or anything like that. There is another one. There's another communist like transport tycoon style one. I think I've seen somewhere. Again, never played it. I just happened to see it on Steam and it looked interesting. But there's a lot of games out there, and I don't have time for all of them, unfortunately. Certainly not 1,600 hours. In fact, none of my games on Steam do I have 1,600 hours in. Even Beam. GTA, I definitely have that much. I don't even want to know how long I've had on GTA. But admittedly, that's over a long period of time. So it does make sense, really. So, there we go. Drake, thank you for the bits. Saying, what game will you do when this Rimworld run is over? I mean, I don't know when the Rimworld expansion is coming out, so it may well be onto the Rimworld expansion, depending on, timings of everything. If it isn't, then I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I haven't decided or thought of what game I might end up playing. Oh, Noodle Brain saying I think the expansion is about a month. Well, that'll probably be what we'll play then. It'll probably be another playthrough, but we'll be exploring that side rather than doing the Anomaly stuff. I can't decide whether I like this Anomaly DLC or not. And I appreciate that's maybe a little... I say it might be a little bit odd thing to say, having been playing it for a long time. I'm not sure I will interact with the monolith in future playthroughs. It has been fun, and I've liked the challenge of this. However, have they lost? Oh, all the stockpiles. I guess all the stockpiles went because the flesh took over it. But yeah, I digress completely. The Anomaly is cool, but it is... I don't think it really adds very much. Well, the Anomaly is cool to play through once or every so often, but I don't think I want it in every single playthrough of the game I have. I think that's probably the best way to sum it up. Although, admittedly, you could activate it and just leave it at the low level... Where's it gone? Just like the low level stuff. Like, having that stuff as... I guess if the Sight Stealers were in Advanced, I would say have the Flesh Beasts and the zombies and the ghouls. Like, that's kind of fun. I guess that's just an asshole to deal with. So, yeah, maybe having that in the second... Like, if I was doing it, if I was wanting to play with the Anomaly just on as a background threat, like, just add in, like, zombies and ghouls, so, like, have that down there, and then you just have to deal with that stuff as just another alternative to a normal raid, I think would be interesting. As Calgo say, Anomaly is rather polarizing. Yeah, it is interesting. It is... I'm kind of glad to have done a playthrough where we're going through it, but I just don't think I'll interact with it that much for future stuff. Like, once you've seen it once, I'm not sure there's much appeal to going through it again, almost. I'm still glad I've played through it. It's still cool. I'm glad that this is an option for the game. It's something fun and a bit different. But, yeah. Yeah, it does, I think, suffer a little bit from... It's one of those that adds a lot of events that are just frustration levels more than anything. Why is there a bullet storm in there? You're not supposed to put... Oh my god, how many guns have ended up in here that shouldn't be in here? Oh no. Why are you storing guns? You're not supposed to store weapons in those. Oh. How many guns have been lost? I think, as far as I can see, it looks like, because all of these are linked, looks like we've only lost... Well, we've forgotten about an RPK, which is a really good gun, and a bullet storm. Have we lost any more guns? It doesn't look like it. Ooh. We've got some riot armor from somewhere. Who knows? Cora, thank you for the bits. I say, my odds with Jet are low, or are their chances with me low? What if Cora asks Jet? Well, if you ask Jet, I don't think your chances are very high. You know, your chances are completely evaporated. It was Jet had more chance with asking you. I don't quite know how that works or why that works in here, but or quite why there was such a big difference. I can understand there maybe be a little fluctuation, but there shouldn't be like a 21% difference. It seems like quite impressively big differences. Simon has a little chance with Twingo. Petrolhead, what are your chances looking like? You've got a bit of a chance with Climber. Climber was for a while one of the more eligible bachelors in the faction. It's not got great odds, have you? We can fire up once we've gone through. Once everyone's had breakfast, we will fire up Cora's husband finder, and we will see if we can get anything interesting from there. Dirk's having a bit of a investigate of the Gore Hulk. Just don't release it. But yeah, we'll fire up the husband finder and see if we can get anything interesting for Cora. I'm going to guess probably not. But you never know. You never know. I mean, I'm going to expect it to not be, but we'll try. Well, I'm going to hazard a guess we'll abduct another female, because that tends to be the way it goes for us. We're just good at that one. Right, skip abduction. Cora, Invoker, and those lot have done all the rituals. Mikey Cow said, kidnapping from other local colonies may be unethical, but it's always an option. I mean, yeah. I mean, the kidnapping part, fairly unethical. At least I don't use the mind wipe very often. That's more unethical. Like, we only kidnap from actively hostile factions, right? don't think that makes it better, but you know. Is it really kidnapping if we're using, like, dark magic? Like, can they prove it was us? Like, we could just say their colonists stumbled into our base and we took them prisoner. That's the lie we're going to tell. Because, you know, we're not the bad guys, I promise. I think we're all quite ethically questionable in this game. We're definitely not clean. We're probably not the worst, though, let's face it. Anyway, let's see if the husband finder has found anything interesting. It's almost done. Takes a few hours. God, our kidnap machine needs to go faster. Well, you've kidnapped an unwaveringly loyal teenager. They're bloody useless as well. Oh, for God's sake. Cora, that's your worst one yet. Now, I mean, they've given us a steel halberd, sure. I could mind wipe them. Honestly, this one's so useless, I'd be tempted just to release them once they regain consciousness. Because, I mean, I guess being a teenager, their skills will go up. We could mind wipe them. Honestly, I may just end up releasing them. I guess their social's quite high, which is alright. I guess, okay, fast learner, not too bad. You know what I said about them? Okay, they're going to be out there. They're going to be unconscious for 7 days. Maybe they are worth a mind wipe. Like, maybe they are worth that one. Even if the colonists don't really like you doing the mind wipe. Also, what I should maybe do is... What is the overhead mountain button? I've forgotten... what one do I need? No? Oh, I guess it's that one. Do I have a thumper? Okay, no, I have a thumper, right. There, I could build a walkway so that when we abduct someone, we have an easier walk to the prison cells rather than having, or like if something goes up here, like the most, I think the most common route we capture somebody is from the psychic abduction. So let's build a shortcut through there, essentially. Okay, that's venting out some heat. I'm not gonna worry. Cowley's found some gold to add to the pile. Plenty of people are idle, but we're not too worried about that. That's fine. Caleb, thank you for the bits. I think for the next colony, you should see if you can get a mod that makes queer characters more common. That would at least alleviate issues with the current colony. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there is one, but you know, up the chances of that as a trait would probably... I do feel like it's quite a rare trait in this game, which does make it somewhat less... it makes it quite unlikely to have 2 characters. Because if we've got a massive colony, we've not seen any... Ooh! Ooh! I shouldn't be excited by a slave ship, but it is kind of good news for us in terms of we're going to buy and free slaves. So, yes! Go find Cora, buy Cora a husband. Wait, hold on, that's more problematic. That also doesn't feel good. Well, let's actually see if there's anything worth buying there before we do decide this. But still, oh, on Firebird, let's go and find out what they have got. Well, they have one male called... I thought it was Grumpy, not quite, but we have Gumpy. You are a solid soldier. Well, you were a vat-grown soldier, and then you became a human computer. So, well, you like mining. To the mines with you when you're not shooting people. Yeah, we're definitely not the good guys, but we're not the worst. Leopards, are you worth getting? Lazy, ugly, misandrist, mute space marine. What a combination. You like shooting a lot, but you're not very good at it. You just seem pretty garbage. Cheetah is just a child. Neanderthal child. I mean, do I want another... I mean... Really that fussed? I guess it is a... Well, I mean, it is a male, but it's also no good for Cora. Because he'd be far too young. Honestly, like, a Gumpy is decent. They're not particularly great. I mean... They're alright with that. Like, I can't see of any particular use. Oh, an ambrosia addiction. Not a chance. I should probably check if you've got any. Okay, that I can fix. That's no problem at all. We have the technology for that. Do you have any... You got no health issues. I guess you like mining and you're not terrible at construction. Go on. We'll rescue her. We'll rescue another one, but yeah, leopard, sorry, you can stay. So we have got 2 more. Hopefully, like we can have them learn relatively well. Actually, plus we can just put the teenager to work cleaning because we always need cleaning going on. Not that, you know, being a teenager they're likely to do any of it. However, we can try at least, can't we? Right, let's get some doors down here. Drake, thank you for the bits, saying so one of the newbies to be named Reva, the alias of my sister. You can absolutely get that. Welcome to the colony. Reva, you have joined, and then we will go to assigned. You are 100% a soldier. You are a worker for now, although being a 12, do they still have... I guess they still have, like, school and stuff, so we will let them do their thing, so we won't actually assign them to any work as of yet. Ooh. And then we need to sort out... Everybody gets their little rec time. Whether it actually does anything or not, I don't know. It hasn't well, we've had a couple of relationships, nothing major, though. Nothing major. KHFC is pregnant immediately again. The quaggas breed like, well, quaggas. Who would have thought these things were endangered animals? They literally breed non-stop. We have to constantly keep chucking them out of the colony because they breed so bloody fast. Okay, we can't pave under there, but that's fine. I mean, we will also just go and move them at some point. I doubt that's going to get breached. I guess one of the things, like, why I tend to do this... we have not seen this happen for a while, but if we get a raid by Shamblers, they are so far the only enemy we have come across that will break through a wall, which is why we have this double wall with shotgun turrets inside, is to do with the zombies and the threat of them. So I guess that's something, when I said it's unlikely they're going to break through here and go into this bit, I do need to also bear in mind that the zombies don't care about logic, and the zombies are going to go through whatever the hell they please, basically. What was the other thing I was going to look at doing is building an Abrams, wasn't I? We actually have the stuff to build it. We've got a turbine engine. I just need fueling components. God, it's a big tank. That is a big tank. I mean, it's supposed to be, isn't it? Let's face it. Right, I'm going to build it. We need 4 fueling and 2 transmissions. Let's build a big tank. Because I can. 2 of that. 4 of that. I mean, in theory, that should be more powerful than the Bradley, right? Although I guess the Bradley has a different use. The Bradley is an infantry fighting rather than a main battle tank. This should do more damage to big targets. The Bradley will probably be better at dealing with swarms of small targets, right? You know, the Bradley designed to take out infantry, the tank designed for taking out anything but other tanks and buildings and that sort of thing. I say that because that thing there is seriously strong. We can... Oh, wow, only needs 8 components. Missing prerequisites. What? Oh, do I need to do that? Oh, okay. I mean, 40 steel, 50 plastic. Funnily enough, I can do that. Like, I think I have the resources to do 40 steel, 50 fuel, and some plasteel, you know? I think we can manage that, you know? Wow, we've already made the transmission components. Yeah, we're pretty quick. But oh, it's the little robot. Turnips hard at work building fuel components. Good stuff there, my friend. Firebird, thank you for the bits. So I use the Abrams and that thing. It's hard at everything. Think of the Bradley, but the version is the bigger. Yeah, it's basically just a more powerful version of the Bradley, is what we're building, which will be pretty good because this thing's mighty powerful as it is. We should make it colourful because Jim here is boring. Oh wow, okay. Oh, is that like this explosive reactive armour it's got around it? That's quite cool, actually. I don't know what the Busk 3 kit means, but it does look like the explosive reactive armour. Will make you faster as well. And will make you colourful. What colours do we fancy? In this one, oh, the green's kind of cool. We'll blend in with the little bits of terrain that we have. Right, cool. Oh, okay, so upgraded that. That's gone to a Tau 2A launcher. Ooh. Which is cool. That seems to be the same. I mean, there are these grenade launchers, but I've never loaded them or fired them because, like, I don't think we need them really. If I was saying it's the grenade launcher, the bus. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, we're unlikely to use these. Noodle Brain, thank you very much for the donation. Saying we should call the other new character Neva to make 100% of today's new colonists named after larders. We can do that. Right. You shall be called Neva. Welcome to the colony. You need a gun. Have they moved the RPK? Because you're going to end up... Actually, that's also very fitting as well. Giving you the RPK wherever the crap it ended up. There it is. Alright. Equip RPK, because I believe that's a Russian-made LMG, isn't it? Yep. It is a Soviet-era LMG. So, there we go. That works. So yeah, we have now got Reva and Neva in the colony, which is cool. And I mean, yeah, Neva's a really good shot, so they can go somewhere up there amongst the soldiers. Norman, oh, I missed it by 1. There we go, because Drake's a non-combatant. I presume the bullet storm's been moved into here, but I haven't actually seen it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can see it. All is good. That is fine. Noodle Press, is it weird that I found the Larder Neva kind of cool? I mean, I know nothing about any of the Larders and I guess the sort of Eastern Bloc cars. In the Top Gear episode, that is the only time I've really seen anything about it. And the one in there was kind of cool. That's sort of it. That's sort of all of my knowledge. That's all of my knowledge, and we do not get them over here in the slightest. So yeah, I have absolutely zero knowledge of them. But certainly Top Gear made it look kind of cool, like terrible, but kind of cool. So yeah, I guess they're probably one of those things that like a bit. I was going to say it's a little bit like the modern Suzuki Jimny that's kind of, I say in theory, because the Jimny's probably a lot more capable. The noodle brace, like Panda 4x4s, like they absolutely, I imagine, have a very specific purpose, and I'm sure they are very, very good at that purpose of being kind of like the rugged, go anywhere, relatively small car. And if you need something like that, because you work on a farm or you live in the mountains, and like I could see the necessity for those in some situations, and they're probably quite good for that. But as an everyday car to live like where I live, for example. Actually, yeah, Absol's summed it up better. Yeah, mountain goat style of SUVs. That's probably the best way to put it. couldn't have put it better myself, really. Yeah, that's essentially what they are, and I'm sure they're very good at that. Or, in the Lada's case, quite good, occasionally broken. But for other uses, they're probably not the best of cars. I feel like the Jimny's probably a little bit like that as well. Again, no experience of it, don't know, but I get the impression that while it is, good for that purpose as an everyday car, probably wouldn't be great. Cool. Like I do like the Jimny, as I think everybody does, but I don't think I would want to. Would I have one as an everyday car? Probably not. Probably as cool as it is. Although I guess they're a little bit sort of. They're a bit more modern. Probably a bit better. Is absolutely. I wouldn't want to go on a motorway with one. A lot of the journeys I would do, I wouldn't be that worried about, but motorway journeys in a Jimny would be scary. It'd be really sketchy, I feel. I feel like we might need some more. We might need to put some more people on cleaning duty. This base is an absolute state. I guess we're going to put Reva on cleaning duty as well. So, yeah. Noodle Braid say, I wonder if the Dacia Duster is the best compromise between cheap, rugged off-roader and usable on-road car. Modern day, probably. Like, up there. I would go maybe. I'm trying to think what else would feel like. Admittedly, modern car, nothing's cheap, right? Really, in the grand scheme of things, just none of it's cheap. So, yeah, I mean, they're definitely there's not that much option in the cheap rugged car. I don't know how well built the Dusters are particularly. I have no experience. They're not my sort of vehicle. They're not the sort of vehicle I'm interested in. So I don't really pay much attention to them. So I don't know if they're actually any good or not. But I get the impression they would probably be, they'd probably be one of the better options out there. I'll forever say I was Nokia Sphere flirting with someone. Let's go and have a look if I can find them on my list of colonists, because there's now so many of them. I've got to try. I struggle. That's there. Did you try? Yeah. Nokia Sphere wooed Tactical Dad by boasting about his own construction skill. Tactical Dad turned her back. Well, it was an effort. And your construction skill is 1. Why don't you boast about your mining skill? Like, maybe that would have worked. Maybe because your constructions, you're boasting about a skill you are completely useless at. Now, okay, right, hold on. Is Tactical Dad good at construction? Not, well, he's better than you. So, admittedly, also is better at you than mining, but at least if you'd said about mining, you could have been a little bit convincing. Or plants, maybe shooting. Oh dear. I mean, it was an effort, but it wasn't very good. I feel. An effort was made. An effort was made. At least you tried. Forever, how are your romance's chances? They're all pretty garbage as well, aren't they? Feels like a common theme, really, with our colony. We had that stream where we had 2 new relationships. It was very weird. We're just not used to that here on Rimworld. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. But, yeah. I mean, like I said, boasting about not being great at something. This is one of the ideas of all time. Well, it's boasting about being good at something you were terrible at. Like, showcasing your skills, sure, probably not a good way to go, but I could see it might work-ish. But trying to show off your non-existent skills, probably not a good way to do. Like, if you were genuinely astoundingly good at construction work, you could maybe woo somebody by constructing something impressive, right? Maybe. There's a plausible way that could work, but saying you're great at construction and turns out you barely know what a hammer is, it's not going to go down well. But there we go. Twingo. Oh, that's why you're going up there. Oh, Twingo's going to go build a tank. Cool. A tank built by Twingo doesn't feel very promising, but it'll be fine. We're actually get that Abrams built really quickly, which is great. Because, you never know when you're going to need another tank. That feels like it's been the motto of this colony. Just more tanks is more... Actually, no, more tanks is more good. That is the motto of this colony. We have stuck to that one very strongly. Oh, the Nokia did not take rejection that well, although it started a fight with someone. Random. Goz Cannon called Nokia a skunk. Well, I mean, yeah, to be fair, it wasn't even really Nokia fault on that one. Goz Cannon was just being an asshole, as always. How did you roll over most of Poland? Actually, more than that. No one's going to... Well, I say no one. Actually, people watching this stream are probably the people that watched CK3 when we played it, so you will know where Goz Cannon came from. Goz Cannon was beloved in CK3. How did you end up such an asshole here? 'Cause I don't think anybody likes... Oh, no, tell a lie. Well, I mean, a lot of people... You don't like a lot of people, and a lot of people don't like you, but... Some do. Has actually improved since we put you on night shift. We had to put them on night shift because everybody hated them so much they just kept starting fights. But yeah. CK3 is brilliant. I haven't played it for a while. It's very good. I love it. Again, it's much like Rimworld in that the excellence of CK3 comes from the wild stories that come out of it, and we had some fantastic stories. As we were going through that. There was good. It was. I don't know if all of the CK3 streams are on YouTube, but I think a good number are, at least. But yeah, it was very good fun. I did enjoy that one. We had some real adventures. I guess we can put extra shelves in there, and then that will work, and then we'll fill up the rest. I don't know what I'm putting in those shelves yet, but we'll just put more shelves. More shelves, more good. Is the other motto from this. Just storage. Every so often we have a stream of just storage issues and fixing them. That's a little bit of today. Dan say, who was the dog/cat that kept causing and fixing diplomatic issues? Wasn't it Shady Brady? Because it felt very fitting. I want to say it was Brady the cat or Shady the cat, whatever. I think it was some comment because they were always up to something. The cat was always finding or getting involved in weird diplomatic incidents. I'm pretty sure it was Brady. Oh, I do remember the cat. CK3 is another game I highly... It's quite complicated to get into. Well worth it. Yeah, maybe I'll have to go back to that one at some point. That was good fun. Ending up ruling large parts of I guess Eastern Europe kind of. I can't remember, we had Poland. We kind of had Poland in a lot of that area really by the end of that playthrough. It was good fun. It was good fun. I did enjoy that game. But yeah, I've always said, and I will always maintain, Rimworld is one of those games that creates the very best stories, and I will always maintain that. CK3 is definitely up there in terms of creating wild stories. Oh, this base is such a mess. We need more clean. Have we? The cleaning? Oh, the cleaning robot's immediately fallen asleep. That's probably why. Okay, you can go to work. Like Kayla said at one point, I think you rule most of Europe through a marriage with France. That is possible as well. Yeah, that does happen sometimes on CK3. I will say, as Cora saying, Crusader Kings, it's difficult. However, I would say of the big grand strategy games, so I'm thinking Crusader Kings, Europa Universalis, Hearts of Iron, I would say, admittedly that's possibly just because I know the game, but I would say CK3 is the easier of those really big strategy ones. Even Stellaris or something, I know that's a bit different, but I haven't played it for a long time, I've probably forgotten. I could play. I cannot figure out Hearts of Iron. I wish I could. I really want to play it, but I just can't wrap my head around it. Stellaris, I just about figured out. Europa Universalis, I haven't played for a long time. I remember being very confused by it, but I haven't played it for so long. I would say Crusader Kings is a little bit easier than some of the other ones out there. But yeah, Rimworld is more straightforward. Yeah, it is. Is it Paradox? Is it Paradox that does CK3? I want to say it is, but I might be misremembering. I do think it is the most straightforward of their game. I think it's the easiest one to pick up and get into. And yeah, I love their games. I really struggle with them. That's a me issue. That is definitely a me issue. Because their games are very good. I just struggle with getting the hang of all of them. But yeah, someone was asking. This big row of aircon boxes is not working, and I don't think it ever will. Because while it was a fun idea, the gap. I guess they can be used as an emergency. We could maybe vent into there, but yeah, it doesn't really work. Unfortunately, it was worth a chance. Reaver, why are you? You are not a hunter, Reaver. We're gonna put any thoughts of that out of your mind. You are 100% not a hunter. You're not good at shooting or with animals. You are learning. How to inspect a ruler. I'm guessing construction skills Benjamin has been teaching you, or something like that. I don't know. But there we go. Camaro's now going to go teach you probably melee. Let's see. What are you learning? What is Camaro? Study cave-dwelling insects. Maybe animals, I guess? Well, that's probably useful because, bugs are about. There is a potential for bug issues. So, yeah, never a bad idea to learn about that. So, there we go. There's a random gas mask on the floor. Yeah, somebody should probably move that. Cora and Noodle were saying about Football Manager. Football Manager is one of the games I'd probably enjoy once I figured it out. And if I did figure it out, I'd probably end up playing a lot of it. D's nuts, why have you gone to a random room? I'll just listen to radio. But yeah, I feel like Football Manager is possibly a little bit more understandable. However, I haven't really ever. I think there was a console version I played because it was Game Pass for a bit, and I never really got into it. I probably could end up getting into it though, because I'm not the biggest football fan, but I do enjoy football, and I like strategy stuff. So, and that's one of those games that, yeah, you can sink a lot of time into. I got caught up playing Motorsport Manager at one point. A good management game can be very, very good fun. So yeah, Larry said about, yeah, satisfactory, very good. Those are definitely big. Satisfactory, I mean, I've talked about this a little bit before, but Satisfactory and Factorio and that style of game are massive time sinks for me. I'm a very, very big fan of them. I mean, hell, when I play Minecraft, I haven't played that for a while, but when I do, I basically mod the crap out of it. Oh, Deoxy found some beer in the... I wouldn't drink river beer, but, you know. Any of those, like, factory management games I love. There's just something very rewarding about building those massive spaghetti factories and making them work and all of that kind of thing. I do very much enjoy them. Yeah, I can absolutely get hooked on those. So, yeah, they're dangerous. They're dangerous ones. How are we doing food-wise? We've got nearly 1,800 meals. We've got a stack of food ready to be turned into stacks of food going on here. Normanton doing some cooking. Oh, why are you doing that? Right, just do that. Don't worry about the fine meals. Just, yeah, make normal meals. Just get on it. Matthew said Factorio originally started off as a Minecraft mod. Well, that actually doesn't surprise me. I hadn't heard that before, but it makes sense because, like, I can't remember the name of the mods now on Minecraft, but you know, the ones with all the tubes and the conveyor belts and so on. Like, that's how I like to play Minecraft: is set up those factories, and that's essentially small scale Factorio. So yeah, I can kind of see how that goes in a roundabout sort of a way, really. I don't want to say it because I know what the game will do if I say it. Outside of Nokia not having a great time. Been relatively chill today as the storyteller. Hasn't really tried to screw us outside. Like we last couple of streams have been hellish, and this one is giving us a break. Oh. What the crap? Huh? What is going on? Pollution? The only bit of pollution I can think of is up there. Well, Deoxy ended that. What the hell is going on with our crops? Anybody know? What poison? I'm really confused. I mean, oil, maybe? Hold on, can I... Like... There's nothing there to clean. I'm very confused. Oh, a reactor's gone down there, which fine. It shouldn't be going that far, should it? Starbucks is already en route. I mean, Chris is closest, so if we just tell you to go do that... I mean, I guess maybe some nuclear reactor fallout or something, but... It seems odd. No, I guess maybe because there's a circle, actually. Yeah, maybe it is from that. There's a circle going out. It's hitting that part there first. It's quite a big circle. That's got surprisingly far without it affecting anything else. Has anyone got radiation poisoning? Anybody? Normanton, what are you carrying? Money. Why are you carrying money? Where did that come from? Yeah, I mean, it must have been the reactor. I just don't... I'm surprised it got that far before us noticing it. Like, that's a big... That's got a big way. I mean, Calgorders know their Rimworld better than me, so that's a good spot. But yeah, to be fair, if anything is poisons, I should probably just instantly go and check the reactors. I feel like that'd probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? It's just, if anything goes slightly wrong, panic and check the nuclear reactors, because they're quite important. In fact, they're very important. The last thing we need is one of them breaking down and causing us even more grief. I don't know if they can explode. I don't plan on finding out. The ND Ninja, thank you very much for the subscription. A roadcast salute to you from chat. You know what? You can become our German Shepherd over here that we have going on that I forgot we bought. But welcome to the colony. You know, we'll get some more German Shepherds on the go. Alright, okay, well, we're growing. And there might be some slightly irradiated cabbages. Maybe don't eat those ones. Like, maybe we be careful. We're not going to be, but maybe. Maybe we should just contemplate the thought of mildly radioactive cabbages. Right, you're fully armed. You could probably do with some more I should probably like rearm tanks while we have a peaceful moment. 500 steel will not go in there. 300 steel will go in there. I mean, the Bradley we know is pretty heavily armed, is pretty well armed. That's not really, we don't really use the weapon. This, how much ammo have you got? You don't have a huge amount of space. No, I'll leave you as you are. The Abrams will need topping up. That one there is full. Oh, we were. Did we build a flamethrower tank? Did we ever really use the flamethrower part of that tank? Probably not really, did we? It was not particularly powerful or particularly. Well, I mean, it was a good battle bulldozer. Is basically what it was used for. We'll try the Abrams. We'll see if that fulfills our tank-based needs, I guess. Oh, ND Ninja has immediately. Oh, look how tiny they are! Two teeny tiny German Shepherds. They are very cute. They are very cute indeed. Look at them go. Right, train them to guard. Yes. Oh, we should be growing plants in there as well. Did we? We're not growing here. Oh, forgot to allow growing of plants. Grow more cabbages. We need to grow the cabbages. They are very important. Ian, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, hi Alex. I've been watching your Infected and Cannon Bulldog on BeamNG Drive. They're very silly and very hilarious to watch from start to finish. Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear that you have been enjoying those. We always enjoy those. We always enjoy playing those game modes. They're silly, they're fun. And yeah, we enjoy coming up with those, you know, coming up with more. And more of those silly game modes. I think we made... You know what? We'd have to try it in Beam. I'm pretty sure we played the Stuck in the Mud or whatever the equivalent is in other countries game mode. I think we played it on the Lego Horizon expansion. But now you've just said that, I've sat there and thought, you know what? I don't think we ever tried that in Beam. I know it was a bit difficult to balance in Forza. We did have issues balancing it. Maybe we'll have to give that a go in Beam at some point. I don't know how to balance it, but it is quite enjoyable, I have to say, trying to make the various like schoolyard games that you would have played or playground games that you would have played into a game mode using cars. And yeah, I don't know why, but I thank you for the super chat. I don't know why that my brain just suddenly thought, you know what, the one we haven't tried yet. We haven't done Stuck in the Mud. Maybe we'll have to give that a go. Maybe we'll film that next week, because we'd normally film Beam on a Tuesday, and well, we filmed yesterday. I mean, yeah, car cricket is more difficult to do because of damage in Beam. Let's face it. Car darts is more possible in Beam. That's as a game mode, if you will. Oh, we should probably stop. Don't use the expensive medicine for like basic injuries. Jesus, have you been using bloody fancy ass medicine for these morons starting social fights? I mean, that is on me for not shouting at you to tell you not to, but still, don't use good medicine on morons. No, wait, hold on. Don't use good medicine on minor injuries. Don't use the really good medicine. Use good medicine, just don't use the really good stuff. We save that for when it's all gone horribly wrong. Which is regularly, but... Oh, the Abrams is built. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. The barrel's sticking out the door. Small problem. What weapons do you have? I mean, 120mm cannon, smoke, machine gun of some sort, and also machine gun, I presume. I presume that's like coaxial machine gun, and I presume that's like the turret, like that gun there. But yeah, okay. That is a big tank. A vengeful hunter. Are you vengeful for us or just in general? I mean, you are supposed to be out. Well, you are just a threat. Following the death of a close friend by an animal attack, Gary hunted the beast responsible. Okay, you're angry at animals, not at us. That's cool. You're welcome to pass through. Admittedly, you have a bow and arrow, and I have multiple tanks. I would be interested to see like how like the most elite archer versus our I guess like the most elite archer could possibly pick off a couple of people by sitting outside the wall launching an arrow over the wall before a tank ran them over. Like I get, like I know in Rimworld they can't fire over a wall, but I guess if you had I guess like the most elite archer could. Right, we're going for random thought experiment because not much else is happening currently on Rimworld. If you could get into some cover, you could maybe fling a few arrows over the wall at unsuspecting people. You could probably remain... I mean, in Rimworld you couldn't do it because top-down view means I know where they are, right? But if you take away that top-down view and had an archer, like, moving through the forests and whatnot, they could probably get a few... They could probably kill a few colonists as they're just milling around in the fields. But after a little... Like, after a couple were killed, you would just pull all the colonists back away from the fields and then send something to go and explore, right? Like one archer versus a tank would be like the archer's single advantage would be hiding basically, and I guess you could maybe get a few lucky kills of either characters like tending to the fields or characters wandering around the outer walls. But the second character started dying from arrows in the field, like I would just pull everyone back into the safety, and then the archer couldn't do anything, and you'd send out all the tanks scouting. And I guess if you could see where the arrows were coming from, you would just shell that area to oblivion. So yeah, I reckon they could kill a few colonists before. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 colonists before they would either have to flee or until everyone would be out of range and they would be dealt with essentially. Oh, these Muppets are fighting. What are you fighting over? Sergio Turbo insulted Simon's origins. This drove Simon into a rage and she began a fight. Why? What's Simon's origins? Simon's just was a story writer and then a logger. I mean, I presume they were... well, Sergio has won the fight, even if you're a bit of an arsehole on this one. Lion, do you fancy going rescuing Simon? Lado. Captain Kurt is on the way, but Lado is closer, so I guess Lado can go and do it. God, Simon actually got pretty beat up in that one. But, oh well, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the what will the archer do versus the colony, we have got snipers. We have got, you know, plenty of things to outrange and like deal with a single archer. But like an archer on a colony that's unsuspecting, you could definitely pick off a couple of people, I reckon, before we could deal with them. But yeah. Generally, against our colony, you're not like, maybe you could be lucky and get a couple of people, but you're certainly not going to be able to take over this colony with one elite archer. You're going to need a lot more than that. There's just a badger hanging out down there. Cool. Oh, you were killed by a badger. I did wonder how the rabbit died. Well, it got shot. When did you get shot? That is a very good question. How is a rabbit miles away got a gunshot wound? How? I've almost got more questions now. I mean, maybe it may be a stray bullet from either the kill box or from a firefight somewhere. Oh no, all the lions have got the plague or flu or whatever. The log might show where the rabbit got hit, but it might... Nah, it's too old. It just shows the badger having a fight. It might have even been from the mech battle, maybe. It may have been a stray bullet from this. Is the only thing, because it's a long way away from the kill box, and no people have gone on hunting expeditions since. So I'm gonna say that it was probably a stray bullet from that mech raid. That's all I can think of, really. Right, let's give you a paint. Sure, why not? No, I kind of quite like that one, to be fair. Like, I just like having colourful tanks. Also, it helps me find where they are in the base when I need to quickly find them. We can just quickly go, oh, yeah, that's where you are. Grab that one, get people sorted and everything. But yeah, a couple of colonists idle, but we haven't got anything to really research. So, where do these wheels come from? I don't know, we just build random wheels. So what have we got in those boxes? Oh, we've got random tables. Okay. We've got a kidney. Someone needed a kidney. Who needed a kidney? I mean, I don't remember who needed a kidney. Oh, Longbow's been on the gin, I think. I mean, a few people like lost fingers and stuff. If anybody can remember who needed a kidney, please do let me know so I can install one. Oh, we were going to go and sort out your... Because... That we absolutely can do. Don't remember who needed the kidney. Oh, Tommy and Super Ninus have formed a bond. Fantastic. That's always good. That can be with Tommy. Fantastic. Harold, thank you very much for the bits. In fact, you will get to become the tank. I don't know whether it's going to run out of space, but we will have Harold the Abrams. There we go. You have joined the colony, and you will probably be very powerful. And whether it will get used today, I don't know, but it'll definitely get used in the future. That is for sure. Still trying to find who's... Ah, Domino. You were going to get a kidney. Right kidney. Install synthetic right kidney. Cool. Right, we can do that. I knew there was somebody who needed a fix, and we have found who needed a fix. We can upgrade and, you know, just generally make life better for Domino. I honestly can't remember if Domino was one of those that we promised we'd fix them if they joined our colony. It is quite possible they were, so we should probably do... I think they were actually a recruit. So we should probably do, you know, hold up our end of the bargain and actually fix them. Yeah, it's good when we follow the thing. Oh, Indie Ninja's pregnant again. Caleb. Caleb, I know it was you. You are the only male German Shepherd we have. Oh, there's money in the wall. I mean, always helpful when there is money in the wall. But, I feel like if there's going to be money in the wall, we have to mine the vein out, right? I'm going to mine that out so I can at least have a solid wall along there, because otherwise it's going to annoy me. You know, you gotta do these things. Then we'll put some armoured doors up there as well to make sure prisoners can't escape or something. I mean, not that we're ever in a massive fear of prisoners escaping. We generally have... I tell a lie. Prisoners have escaped a few times. They've been a bit of a pain in the arse, really. We have generally dealt with them with fairly straightforward efficiency. We're not very good at recapturing them. They don't survive. We're just going to build concrete just to match the rest of it, sure. And then... there we go. Armoured door, armoured door. And that should... yeah, means we can carry prisoners a little quicker. Oh, the Chimera was either happy or more likely unhappy to see Blanco. But, you know, we've got to do some research. I'm sorry. Deoxy is healed. Good stuff. Neva is being healed. Or we're getting rid of the carcinoma? Is that like early stage cancer? Is that like kind of like skin cancer? I want to say that's what it is. Hey, okay. I was right. And Domino's had their synthetic kidney installed. Look at that. I remembered something. I'm pretty sure I only know that from... oh, no. Oh, no, not food poisoning. Although you're already ill and now you've got food poisoning in hospital. Oh, no. Firebird, thank you for bits. I say, money in the wall. Wish that could randomly occur IRL. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Although, as you said, it also reminds me of when Pablo Escobar stuffed money in the walls and sofas and holes across the country. And to this day, they're still finding thousands of dollars around Colombia. Like, it would be great, but I also feel like if I was, like, renovating my house and I went through a wall and I found a bunch of money in there, like, the chances of that being from someone, you know, some illegal activity are really high, and the chances of whoever did that illegal activity going to get it at some point is also quite high. I feel like it's just like random money, great, but also I don't want the trouble that's going to come with random money. So if you find a big bag of cash in the middle of the woods, let's say, like I walk my dog quite a lot, and I often go walking my dog in quiet areas like random woods. Like if I found a big bag of cash, the chances of that being, you know, the chances of you then being hunted down by somebody who's very angry that you've stolen their big bag of cash, no, it's just not worth it. It's just, it feels like you just end up getting yourself in a lot of trouble. And like, yeah, if you found money in the walls, that would just be my assumption. No good is going to come from that. Or probably, like it might not matter. It might be, you know, they might never come hunt you down. But then it's also a really big risk. There we go. Random thought for the day. We're going to light up another, just so that the night horrors or whatever can't spawn in that corridor or something. We've got to keep. Everything as well lit as possible. Simon is back to walking again. I mean, that's good. Well, you really get absolutely battered. There is a gold. There's the gold meteor. Yeah, we haven't mined this one yet. The thing is, like, you seen our vault? We have so many resources. I have so many resources. I just don't need it. We probably should. We probably could. It's valuable. But we are literally at the point where we have so many resources. It's just it's silly to have got to this point. But yeah, we are just so incredibly wealthy and have so many resources that a lot of it just doesn't really matter. Oh, Hippo's created a masterwork flak vest. Good work, Hippo. Where are the new... Oh, well, let me guess. Neva's in there. I don't know where the other one is. Where's Reva sleeping then? Oh, okay, you've gone into that bed. Well, I guess that makes sense. Sure. Neva, you're going over here as well. Because you don't sleep in the panic. Well, everyone always tries to sleep in the panic room, but you shouldn't be sleeping in the panic room. God damn it. Just every time, without fail, it's into the panic room they go. We will have another room ready to go at some point. I mean, this one here is literally right next to the thumper, but thankfully the distance doesn't really matter. So, there we go. That's fine. Fine, I think they're saying just do a Pablo Escobar and bury it across the maps. Yeah, we'll just hide random piles of money around the Rimworld. I mean, to be fair, our vault is pretty safe. You've got to get a huge way into our colony to get to our loot. I guess the most... If you were breaking into here to try and steal stuff... I mean, honestly, the easiest place to break into is the armory, which feels a bit bad. Maybe we shouldn't leave our guns... I mean, it's still got to go through 2 layers of armoured walls and a bunch of gun turrets to get there. But, yeah, I guess the armory is would be the place to try and steal from this colony, really. I guess your other alternative may be to try and blow through that wall. You're not going to get much. If you blow through that wall, you've got to blow through at least one more wall. Like... I do this every so often because it just gives me sort of food for thought. If I was trying to raid this colony, if I was trying to raid this colony, where would I go? Well, your best bet is blow through this wall. You're into here, and then you can blow through this wall, and then you're into the reactor room, and then you can break your way out, and you're into the colony. That's actually a very big weak point. Now, the AI won't exploit this, thankfully. I don't think. And I mean, that is a strong wall. That is a tough wall to get through. And if they did look like they were going to, we would line... Like, these corridors would become hell for an attacking enemy. Because they're long and narrow, and you would just create a kill box. But, yeah, that would be your best way in. If you're going to do it. You'd break in here. But yeah, like if you're starting to break in here, I'm just going to get people into tanks. And then you're going to have a really bad time. So, it's still probably your best bet to attack. Like, I would say your best bet to attack the colony is like camp out down here and try and attack this way. Because you're a bit difficult to get to. You've got to get the tanks round and so on. You'll get mortared. You'd need a big force to attack this colony. You'd really need a huge force to attack this colony and do any meaningful damage. I guess the other way you could try and go in is, like, if you honestly, your best bet to attack this colony would be spawn in here, blow through this wall, camp in this room, because you can't mortar in here, and then mine your way in. Honestly, that is your best bet. If you bought like a couple of good mining characters, you could break in there, mine through there, break in through here somehow, because I think there's a wall that goes... I'm not even sure if there's a wall that goes around there. There isn't. I don't think there. Maybe I might need to do something about that. That doesn't actually look like it's got a wall there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to do that because that actually looks a bit vulnerable. Well, I guess it's got that concrete up there, but I'm going to do that anyway just in case. Because yeah, that's actually way more viable. Because it'd be really difficult to get tanks up there to do anything. Because if you got into this room and you could camp in here, the tanks wouldn't really be able to get round to you or anything like that. So yeah, that would be how you do it. However, admittedly, it would take them then a long time to get in, and I would have a lot of time to prepare defences, basically. So yeah, that would be a weakness, but you could defend from it. Firebird, I think it's to say. Hand cannons, rocket and grenade launchers. Let us introduce ourselves to the walls. I mean, they are effective. I feel like if I've done it before as well, if I ever see a character attacking the base with those weapons, we immediately either we jump in tanks and we focus fire with tanks on those characters because they are dangerous. They are one of the things that can do a lot of damage to us. So yeah, it's definitely something that you got to be very, very wary of. Anyway, I do digress. It is a fun game to play. It helps me figure out how to better defend my base. How would you attack this colony? But yeah, that is going to be it for this evening. We have got through. We survived the Blood Rain. Honestly, was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't great, but it didn't last too long. It was nowhere near as bad as the toxic fallout that we suffered from last time. And definitely the flesh heart thing was far, far worse than that. So, yeah. All relatively manageable and so on, which is nice. It's very good. Very good indeed. I think there might be... I don't know whether I'm going to keep these. I might next time play around with some garage doors to try and be able to shut off bits of the map if I needed to in case of flesh hearts and that kind of thing. Because, yeah, that's quite a powerful tool if I put it to good use. I reckon if I put a garage door across here, we can maybe put one across there as well, one down here. We could absolutely control the expansion of the flesh monster thing. So that could be something that I look into doing in future, just as a way to go about this. But anyway, yeah, that is going to be it. That's going to be it for this evening. I hope you have enjoyed some Rimworld. I always thoroughly enjoy this game. It's been a bit more of a chill evening. We've just talked nonsense, basically. I'm good at that one. Oh, and Dagon is playing with the ball on the track. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. I wonder what the noise was behind me. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. A very big thank you to those of you who donated, those of you who subscribed. It is always very, very much appreciated indeed. I will be back on Friday. I will be back probably with some more Roadcraft, because Roadcraft is just really good fun. So yeah, there will probably be some more Roadcraft going on. I hope you'll be able to join for that one. But yeah, that is going to be it from me. As I said, very big thank you to those who donated, subscribed, and of course, I thank you all very much for watching. That shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.